Sit right here.
Here it is at last.
Yay! I love it. Go.
Oh, that's how close I'm getting to you. What's up, everybody?
Are we recording?
We are live.
Oh,
Did
shit.
I not tell you?
No.
Dude, I started with the cameras, then the recorder, then the
Oh.
Instagram.
Oh.
Everything is live.
Oh.
We have no
Alright.
tech guy
We'll do it live.
We are doing it live.
We're doing it
because
live.
this is how we do.
Yep.
Skeleton crew, lights, camera, cocktails.
Yep.
What's happening?
What's happening?
And now I can hear myself.
Okay, good.
How you doing, sis?
We got this splitter up in here so we all listen.
Yeah, everybody's listening. We got room for 2 more.
Yep.
So, if we want to get like a giant crew going,
I'm down.
We'll see what happens. But as we were saying, welcome to Lights, Camera,
Cocktails.
Cocktails.
Yeah, Joe, it is.
We got a special guest. Mr. Joe is back.
Joe.
I finally get to meet the man behind White Man Can't Jump episode.
That's true. This
Yes.
is our first meeting.
And did I
Yes.
thank you for defending Alan Rickman and
you
a whole
listen?
lot of other stuff?
No,
You
no.
didn't listen to the next episode. I
No,
guess
I
not.
didn't.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's a whole part of him scolding us. Or
Yeah.
Good.
It's in the
Pretty much
beginning
it's
too.
me.
It's basically like we start the episode and I'm like, so since I wasn't here, I have some thoughts,
Yep.
which was fun.
Yeah.
And Robin is in the building.
We got Robin.
She's getting friendly
we
with
got
Joe.
I'm Zenobia.
I am Jason.
Yes.
And Smashley's around here somewhere.
Ashley.
She is. Oh,
Brr, brr, brr. She said the
Babe, where are
key
you?
word.
I'm gonna be packing.
yeah.
That's okay. But
She is
I'm ready to
multitasking
drink
like
too.
Yeah.
a mother.
These things look delicious.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's
what
do
are we
this.
drinking?
We are drinking a Maryjane
Mary
cocktail.
Jane, I love it. I
So-
love her just the same.
So what you're gonna do is have an ounce of spiced rum. We didn't have any spiced rum. I thought we did. We just had.
You asked me
regular
if we
rum.
had Malibu.
I know. But I just personally thought that we had it, but we didn't.
Okay.
Which is fine. We use just
I think it works
some light
either
rum.
way. Yeah, with the white rum.
Booze.
Sure.
So we're gonna do 1/4 of Midori, and we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of coconut rum.
Is Midori always sour?
I mean, I tasted it and it didn't taste too sour.
I mean, it's melon.
Okay.
Yeah, it tastes like a
Yeah.
melon.
All right. Maybe I'm mixing it up with something else.
We're gonna put some blue carousel in there.
Blue curacao.
We're gonna do 1/2 ounce of sweet and sour mix.
Damn.
And we're gonna do 1 ounce of pineapple juice. We're gonna garnish it with a pineapple, and you're gonna put it in a rock glass with some rocks in it,
And then put him in the face.
and put it in your mouth. And that is what we're about to do. We ready to drink? Smash it.
I was
you
so
ready
tempted
drink?
to eat these pineapples, by the way.
I know.
It's okay.
You straight opened them and put them in the fridge. I'm
No.
like,
Oh, you totally could. I've eaten some of them.
What?
I'm sorry. You should have asked. I just needed the juice,
Yeah.
really. All right, cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Dude, we can't get in here.
Happy 420.
Happy 420. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, that's tasty.
That's not bad.
Did you
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
match the drink?
It's almost.
Oh my God!
There you go.
I did purposely match the drink. Yes. I thought I had like that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Smooth. Robin.
Mm.
That's pretty good.
I was looking for my Bob Marley shirt, but it was in the hamper, so I couldn't wear it.
That's all right.
Sorry.
That's good. No problems here. This tastes a little bit like alcoholic lime green jello. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me get that again. Let me see.
Okay, I can taste that.
Mm-hmm.
I got
This
it.
tastes like Jell-O.
It does.
So it's almost like we're having jello shots, but liquid form.
That's good because
I think, yeah, you kind of hit it
Yeah.
nail on the head with that.
I
one.
can't do Jello shots. Just the texture of the Jello.
Really?
Ugh, I hate it.
Oh, I love Jello shots.
I
hate
fuck
it.
with
So
some
this
Jell-O.
is I like this.
There's always room for jello.
Of course.
All right, so you guys ready for some little?
Yeah, this pineapple's not gonna
Cursory?
last.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna talk about an ingredient that we have never used.
Which one?
Midori.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
So now I'll learn about it.
You ready?
Yes.
It is
I don't know what that is, but yeah, I was gonna say yeah and yes, and that's what came out.
Yes.
Yes.
Midori is a sweet, bright green, melon flavored liqueur. And
Okay.
It's made by Suntory. Suntory.
It's Suntory time.
Yes.
Nice.
And the name is Japanese, meaning for green, which it is green. Like our drink.
It's very green.
It is very green.
It's green.
Midori was launched. Here's a fun fact. Midori was launched, like the first time they brought it out was in 1977 in Studio 54
I was gonna say you're pausing for effect. What is going on?
in New York City during the cast party of the movie Saturday Night Fever.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yes.
Cool.
So John was one of the first to try this.
Yes.
I
So
got
then
you.
in 78, it kind of became more into the public. And then by 83, it was distributed in 20 countries.
20.
And in 2013, they found out that their consumers wanted less sugar in their Midori.
What?
So they reduced the sugar in it. I thought of you since you're always like,
Give
I
me
don't
all
know
the
that
sugar. All of it.
Well, there we go. And that is a little herstory on Midori.
On Midori.
Interesting.
Yep. And that's what I got.
I always remember Midori being that bottle at the bar. I'd always be sitting there drinking something. Look at me like, what the fuck is that for? And no one would ever like drink out of it. It looked like it was there for about 20
It's all
years.
dusty.
Yeah, no, it was like always that one
Because
thing.
it was popping in
It's
the
a
70s.
it's a particular that's what it is.
Yeah,
you know?
no.
The drinks change with the decades, and Midori didn't make it into the new decade. Maybe.
Which I didn't
True.
really realize until started doing the show that drinks like fashion change with the times.
Yeah,
That's true.
And they kind of come back around.
They come back
just like
around.
fashion every 20 years. Like right now, we're in this '90s fashion with overalls and Reeboks and Kangol hats and shit.
And now
Well,
we're-
Kangols are more '80s, but
And now we're into, I don't know, crafted beer and crafted
Yeah.
cocktails. That's where we're at right now.
I'm waiting for what is it? The college Zimas to come back and Balls of James.
I've always
You know
wanted to try it so much.
You never had one?
Well, when it was out, I was like a
that's true. I
child.
forgot. I'm a little bit older than you, so I've had.
You had one?
I've had.
What do they taste like?
Tastes like Sprite.
Yeah.
We would take
How much
a
alcohol is in it?
lot.
Then
Well,
why did
I don't know. I mean, I was in high school, like, so I was probably a
Question.
lightweight when I started drinking that stuff.
Sure.
But
So
even
it's like
still,
a Smirnoff.
sure. But like, you would just take a Jolly Rancher, whatever flavor you wanted, pop that right in there. It was like, dude, this is the best thing ever.
How did that not? How did
Getting
that go?
drunk off soda, and then I guess something happened.
How did that go out of fashion?
Oh.
I want.
Because they were targeting it to teenagers.
That's it. I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back, and I'm calling it Zenobia instead of Zima.
Yeah.
All right.
Boom.
Or Zeema. M-A. Zima.
Zima.
Are you gonna take credit for that? Are you gonna sue me for the name?
It's all yours.
Yes.
Sue you over your own name. Come
I
on.
understand. Do what we do.
Hello, Prince. Okay, so
It is 420.
420.
So- We got another one of these wonderful, wonderful movies. These green movies.
Yes.
Why don't you tell the people what we're doing?
Half baked.
Yes, we are. Thurgood Jenkins. You know, I looked long and hard. I went to 4 different stores today because I wanted to get you an Abba Zaba. Can't find them.
That's funny. I looked for a good couple hours for an Abazaba cocktail. That was
Yeah.
the first cocktail I was trying to look for this movie. Abazaba,
You're my only friend. I couldn't find it. I'm sorry. You know,
Oh, thank you though.
I found some Three Musketeers that were on sale. I found some gummy bears.
You rarely see
Ugh.
Abazabas. They're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hit or
No.
miss.
You got to go to like the hole in the wall liquor store that's had the Abba Zaba on the shelf since the 80s. Still good though.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't
It's
go
all
bad.
preserved.
Yeah. It's just a bar of sugar.
Let me ask you a question, Joe.
So,
What was your first time getting high? Like, what happened?
not much. I mean, I guess I was one of those stories where it didn't really do much.
Okay, so what was the first time you like really got high?
It was a year later from that time at a Dave Matthews concert
Nice.
in high school.
We were really, really high.
We really were, and it was great. I mean, I don't know. It was just fun, you know, because everyone around us was doing it, and sure, the whole peer pressure thing, but it was like, whatever, like, you know.
It's a concert.
Exactly.
I mean,
and you're,
the older you get,
know, you're 15, 16,
Yeah.
17, you're like, all right, I'm going to try this at some point, so, like, why
the
not
older
right now?
you get, the more concerts you go to, the more you see people who have joints or blunts, and, you know. I'm
Yeah,
one of
well,
those
the people that brought us, they came equipped.
Nice.
It's not like we, you know, stumbled on it.
Oh, I
But
stumble on it all
it
the
was
time.
also, like, Philly brickweed.
That's okay. You didn't
So,
know any better.
oh, I didn't know any better. Are you kidding me? Years later, once I actually moved out to California and started smoking California
Real
weed,
shit.
Ah.
I went back there and was smoking with a friend. And he's like, "Oh, you probably don't want to smoke my stuff anymore, dude. Get out of here! Like we've been smoking this stuff forever. Like, sure, let's smoke." And we smoked a joint, and I was retarded. I was so messed up, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I think there's bug spray in this."
Oh,
Oh,
my God.
shit.
I was like, "Dude, we probably been smoking bug spray for like
Oh, shit.
at least from that one guy."
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so that's a good possibility. You never know. Or maybe I was, you know, who knows?
Who knows? He just got paranoid.
Yeah, a
We
little
done
bit. Yeah, I
that.
really did. Yeah.
We does that.
And I rarely get paranoid.
What about you?
What? First time I got high?
Like real high.
Shit. Probably when you gave me that edible.
Smashing from the back.
That's nice, babe. Appreciate that. Way to.
We already talked about this story. I think like 2 weeks ago.
It was probably like 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I remember getting high or correction. I remember smoking weed when I was a kid. I don't remember getting high.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, and then again, I didn't do it very much. Like I could probably remember every situation where I actually smoked weed. It's probably less than 5 times. It's just I wasn't into it.
Yeah.
And then only recently have I come around to the idea. And so
And then I fucked it up. Mm-hmm. I fucked it up.
So technically, I think I've only been high like twice, which was by myself when your ass gave me an edible and gave me your
I told him to
measurements rather than dude that doesn't smoke.
I think I've heard this story before.
Yeah. I
Joe.
told
From
him.
the show.
Joe.
Yeah.
And then once
I
when
believe it.
I was on a
I've done it to
commercial.
someone before.
That was it.
So.
I didn't. You know how you don't think. If
Yeah.
you're a stoner, you're like, if I told Joe, I would tell Joe what I told you.
Cut it into fourths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I should have told him to cut it into fucking 6.
Fourth is 30, by the way.
That's a good amount for someone that doesn't 30 milligrams
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
lot for someone that doesn't typically you know eat anything.
Just sitting
And
on
it's
the
and that's the
dining
thing,
room table.
like edibles, it's a real different sort of high. So like smoking and eating completely different, and especially every person is very different.
That's the other
Yes.
thing. I didn't
Yeah.
eat anything. I was multitasking.
man.
I had just finished a photo shoot,
Yeah.
You're
and I
already
was
screwed
like
before you
putting
started.
equipment away
Yeah.
and shit.
You were.
I'm just sitting on the couch, just
Empty
like,
stomach, just
how do I
like-
get off this fucking couch again?
All of a sudden you just zone into something. You're like, I'm done. I can't move.
Yeah, pretty much.
Give me a couple of hours.
Yeah. So that was not as fun as it could have been if like anybody else was here. However, like I said, I got high with a buddy of mine after we did a commercial shoot.
Oh, yeah.
And that time was actually pretty cool. We just sat there in the parking lot talking, getting, bullshitting, getting to know each other, talking about some weird shit because that's what happens when
Yeah.
Yeah.
you go
get
on a
deep.
run. Yeah. It's like an improv game of like association. Like I'll say like bird and he'll say Jurassic Park. It's like you associate the weirdest shit that don't really go together in a normal person's brain.
Yeah.
But as soon as weed is involved, it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Everything's valid.
It is.
Yeah.
My best ideas come from when I'm high. This show
Yeah.
came because I was high. I was like, this will be a good idea. My high time, I was
Subscription?
probably like 19. I was 19, and I went to my friend's house, and he's like a known stoner, and his parents didn't really care, so it was like a bunch of us who were in the backyard smoking around his pool. I was sitting there smoking, and I just get those cough fits where you're just like, And you can't catch your breath. You think you're about to die. You think you're about to throw up.
I mean, like Thurgood, he's like,
Yes.
shit got my head hot.
Exactly.
Should I be doing this, man?
Yes. And then I walked to the side of the house and like had to like compose myself. And they're like, "You're cool?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm cool." Then the mom's like, "Come inside," because it was like their aunt's birthday. She's like, "We're gonna sing happy birthday." So then we all walked inside, and I highly sang happy birthday to some person's auntie. And then we had the cake, and it was like, I had the worst cotton mouth. I could not even eat that cake.
You can't
It
even
was, like,
swallow
dry.
at that
yeah,
point.
I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, "Oh, where's your bathroom?" And I went to the bathroom, and I did the thing you should never do when you're high on any drugs. Looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, "What the?"
Yeah.
That's what my face looks like.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I feel like I was up there for like
Everybody
45
knows.
minutes.
Everyone knows.
They did all know, but it was fine. Like, no one was saying, they didn't give a shit.
Yeah. But
I was like,
you
"Oh
did.
my God."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went down there.
That's why Brian says, when he's going down the list of everything that he wants from the store that they're sending him candy for, he's like, whole mess of water, man.
Water.
So much water.
Lots of water.
And
I was responsible of them,
Yeah.
too.
Hydrate.
Funyuns.
Can I share mine?
Oh my God, yes!
Babe, what are you doing back there?
I want to
Ashley.
hear your story.
Babe, come pull up a chair. Here, sit next
No,
to...
I just
Yeah.
wanted to share. I
Here.
really
Well, we got to be
wanted
able to
share
hear
my
you.
side.
Come sit next to
Okay,
Joe
I'm
or
just gonna
somebody.
share real quick.
All right, we're going to do it. Now it's a 3-shot.
Go.
All right. Well, I just have to say I appreciate the fact that Joe got high his first time at Dave Matthews concert. Cause I've never seen them, but my brother has seen him like 3 times, and he's always said that he gets like secondhand smoke or whatever at his concerts all the time. So
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
That's true. There's a lot of weed smoke.
Is there a lot of
So-
weed at a Dave Matthews
Oh,
concert?
for sure. Yeah.
Listen,
It-
I
it's,
only know that because of Brian.
it's,
Alright.
yeah.
Brian.
It's a
He
cliche.
listens.
It's a cliche, but it's very true.
It's like going
Yeah.
to a Snoop concert, which I have been to.
Oh,
It's
shit.
a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Cypress Hill. Mm-hmm. I got contact high at a Cypress Hill show.
Oh,
in
yeah.
San
You
Francisco.
Gotta know what
You
if they're
can't
great.
not get high at a Cypress
Oh.
Hill concert.
Yeah.
Or Snoop Dogg concert.
Yeah, that's true.
Today, Cypress Hill got a star on the Walk of Fame.
Did
Hey.
Did they really?
They sure did.
Wow.
a beautiful thing.
So close to 420.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Hello, my name is Dr. Green Thumb.
I like to tell you just where I'm from. Paging Dr. Green Thumb.
All right, let's hear
Okay,
it.
real
Damn
quick,
it, damn
so
it.
you can move
Let's hear
on.
Wait, is this the brownie story?
Yeah.
Oh!
Stop.
I've
I know, I
never.
almost
My
peeked.
first time I got high, I was 19 as well.
Yeah.
Besties.
Besties.
I'd never smoked before, and my friends and I were going to a 4th of July festival. It's back in Wisconsin, an event called Rhythm and Booms. So it's a fireworks show and a music. And some guy thought it'd be fun to make pot brownies. And we're like, okay, cool, let's do it. He's a smoker. I think he laced it with something else. So
That's a good chance of that.
he made the brownies.
Fucking bug spray.
Didn't even tell us. At least Nobi gave you a estimate as to how much to take
How
with
much-
an edible.
Yeah, at least
he didn't.
Even if she did
I
miscalculate.
tried to gauge it. I'm sorry.
He didn't say anything. He was just like, here.
Eat the whole
And so
batch.
my boyfriend at the time had never had edibles either, and he smoked. So I trusted him. So we both ate a full piece, and then it started hitting me on the way to the event. We get to the fireworks show. We thought we were in a war zone.
Oh,
So paranoid.
You guys like ducking for cover.
Yeah. A friend of mine was throwing up because she got way too high.
Okay.
And then the next day, her and I had rehearsal for a musical, and we were both still high as fuck. And then since then,
Why can't you
Like,
ladies concentrate?
yeah.
We have a play coming up.
Say
I
your
stayed
line.
Because I
away from,
see
like,
tiny
weed
little goblins
for a while.
everywhere.
that was the
Pretty
first
good.
time.
I like that. I like that story.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Thank you, Smashly. Whoa. You want me to hit you with the stats?
Hit me with the stats.
Hit you with the best stats.
I was thinking that. I just didn't know how to throw it in there. Good job.
I'm really good at coming up with
Take
like fake
2,
songs.
baby.
Fire
Okay.
away.
Oh, I love you. Okay, so January 16th, 1998, this movie dropped. Boom. And the budget was $8 million, which in today's money is $12 million. And
That's a decent budget.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it made $17.5 million, which is $27 million today. So it did a good job.
That's impressive too. In its opening weekend, it almost recouped all of its money.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was like $100,000 shy of getting to 8 million or some shit like that.
Stoner movies do good
Do they?
because they're funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't done any research on like box office
But
with
think
stoner
about-
movies, but you know, I think they all make their money back.
yeah,
For the most
because
part.
like think
It's almost
about,
like a horror
Over
flick. You're almost
time,
guaranteed.
even if it's just over time, like, and it doesn't get, you know, wasn't a hit at the time, and then
Sure.
a couple years later, people are like, oh yeah, you know what, we kind of love this movie now.
all
Yeah,
all the
absolutely.
movies we've done this month has made their money back,
Yeah.
and by a lot, and like
Because they can be cheaply made too. That's,
They can be
that's the other
That's
good
true.
thing too.
they can be cheap.
I mean, this isn't cheaply made, especially for 1998. But I mean, it's
that's
not.
12 million.
Yeah,
No,
12
it's-
million
it's a
back
good
then
chunk of
is
money.
a decent
Yeah.
size budget. It's not
Yeah.
a.
They had a real
um,
crew. Big. Wasn't,
Yeah.
No, I'm
For
saying
sure.
that's 12 million in today's money.
Yeah, imagine. I mean, Get Out was made for 4, or so they say. You know, so I would probably say that it was actually like 1.
But they were shooting film.
These
Oh,
guys were
yeah.
shooting film, and
I'd imagine so.
In
yeah,
98,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
In '98, digital wasn't
Yeah,
even
I mean,
around yet.
Think about all the
That's
extra
true.
costs that go into all that stuff.
That
So
is true.
Yeah.
now it's digital. It's like, hey, listen, you know, we can cut all these corners, like, you know, because
Big
we already
time.
have stuff. Like,
That's true. I
Yeah,
never thought
digital
of it that
there
way.
is no waste. When you're doing
Yeah.
film, it's usually a ratio of like 4 to 1.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't think about. I didn't think about that when we do older movies.
I got
Like,
you.
That's never come into my fact. So, like, how much?
and think
is
about
film, though?
reshoots. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, all right, cool, this scene ain't working. You're going back in there and reshooting that
Yeah.
thing. Like, oh my god, fuck, like, it's gonna cost us a whole bunch of money to do that again. You know,
Wait a minute, Joe. What do you do?
Oh,
And how do you know all this about the film industry? Explain.
did you not listen to White Man Can't Jump?
I did listen
Yeah.
to White Man Can't Jump. It was vaguely passed over.
Okay,
Kinda,
what
I
Joe
guess so.
did.
Well, I've
Go
been
ahead.
production managing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
So, I mean, I came up as an AD and then was in the office and turned into a secretary and then production manager.
That's why he knows about how much shit costs.
He knows his shit. That's why I was like the first.
Mm-hmm. So
time
for
I
those of you
figured
guys
out-
at home that don't understand what we're talking about, when you're filming on actual 35 millimeter film, there's a lot of wasted film. You know, when you're shooting digital, you just, you know, there's no waste. It's just memory on a card. But when you're shooting film, you usually buy, for every 1 can of film, which is so much more expensive,
How much is it?
I don't even know
you
what it
waste
costs now.
about 3 to 4 rolls. Yeah, exactly. For the amount of film that actually goes into the movie,
Like, it's a
the
couple
ratio
grand
is
for
at,
it?
Oh, yeah.
at the smallest 4 to 1, usually like 6 to
Yeah,
1.
yeah.
It's so much wasted money. That's why people shoot digitally now for the most part, except for a handful of people that saved our asses. But we talked about that already.
We did
and
talk
how
about that.
Who was it? Tarantino.
He was. That's where we brought it up. but I
was
can't
it Christopher Nolan? I want to say.
remember. Did you say
And
Scorsese?
Scorsese wasn't one of them. There was like 2 or 3 more guys that went to all the studios and they had
Kept
a big
them alive.
meeting and it was like, if you ever want us to make another movie for you, you will save film, because Kodak was going under with all the rest. And so then they went to Kodak and they said, all right, we are going to buy this much film from you every year, whether we use it or not.
Yeah, keep them alive.
Exactly. And that's
Which is a
why,
shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame that it even came down to
That we had
that.
to do.
Yeah,
that.
it had to be that way.
I mean,
you know?
that's history. That is
Yeah.
that is art history.
Yep.
Yeah, and they look at what I have to go through right now. So people, I apologize
Everyone
about
loves
the Up
Kodaks.
in Smoke episode. This is the problem with digital. Now, we don't have the footage from Up in Smoke. We might get it back, we might not, because we shot it on digital cameras. We recorded it on a digital card, and now that hard drive may be lost, maybe not. We'll find out in 5 to 10 days.
I need everyone to put some good
you
vibes
know?
out.
Absolutely.
Pray
5 to 10
to-
business days.
5, yeah, pretty much.
So 2 weeks.
Yeah. But see, if you shoot on film, you can put that thing in a freezer, and 100 years from now, you shine some light through it, and that picture is still
Still
there.
there. Yeah.
Hard drives, not the same situation.
Tell you.
Yeah.
Back up your shit.
Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. You ready for the Rotten Tomatoes?
Give me the Rotten Tomatoes.
It's pretty pitiful.
That'll be my.
What?
The Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, are you looking
It's
at
bad?
my notes?
No.
Oh, you have
no,
your
I
own?
just know.
Oh, you already know.
I looked it up the other day.
There you go. Robin.
I was surprised and not surprised all at the same time.
I'm not surprised. Robin,
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
surprised.
sorry to tell you. Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, I'm sending her on her way.
Okay.
She's still sick.
That was a bad sound.
That was a bad sound.
Yeah.
It sounded like it was coming over
Sounded
there.
like it was one of them. Fucking crickets.
Yes.
Mic check 1 2. All right, we good to
Gucci?
go.
All right.
All right. See, eventually, people. This is why we gotta start. What is it called? Patreon or something.
Yeah.
So that we can actually hire somebody to keep an eye on all the stuff,
was
make sure
looking
it's
to
still
recruit
running.
someone as an intern, and I told him I'd pay him in fancy cocktails and dinner
And weed.
and weed. I don't think he smokes, but I will offer that as well.
Okay.
To anyone out there who wants to do I'm looking at you guys. All right. Are you ready for the completely made up drinking game / smoking game? Because it's 420. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
The drinking game. Take one sip or a puff when they smoke. And take one sip when every time Scarface says killer. You
Nice.
kill
Yo,
bee.
you kill bee.
You take one.
Yo, kill.
Sip or
Yo, what'd you
smoke.
guys do?
What'd you do to my dog, yo?
Did you guy on the couch? Did you killer?
Uh.
I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah, he comes up real like accusational. He's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, the guy, did you kill my dog?"
He's like,
He's even got that New York
Yeah,
accent
he's
to
like-
it.
for some
I
reason.
believe him, yo.
I believe him, yo. You take one sip when you meet all of the different clients.
Ah, okay. How
Since
many
you're-
clients are there?
Since you're not a smoker, I won't ask you this question, but what client are you, Joe?
Damn.
You're not a smoker.
So
I don't know.
it still matter.
Do you want me to break them down?
No.
There's the enhancement
No,
smoker.
I know them all.
There's
I'll
the
just go,
artistic smoker.
I'll go to the
There's
end.
the MacGyver smoker.
I'm the stoner.
I know. I feel like I'm either the stoner or the artistic stoner.
I'm not. I mean,
I think I'm a little bit of all.
I think
Like,
it's pretty
I
much
could
the
be a
same as
MacGyver,
when you
too.
drink, wouldn't it be?
What do you mean?
Like the same personality kind of comes out from when you drink as when you smoke weed to a degree. It's more of your own personality.
Yeah, I would say so. Like
You know.
you get loose, you
Yeah.
know, and you kind of just let your guard down and kind
Uh-huh.
of be yourself a little bit more.
Yeah.
So if that's
If
the
you-
case,
Who are you? I want to be the Snoop Dogg that just comes out of nowhere. It's
Yeah.
scavenger,
He's like,
We all know the scavenger.
the scavenger smoker. That's
you know
definitely
we
not
sell
me.
this, right?
That's too bad,
Yeah.
man. I just quit smoking yesterday.
Snoop coming out of there. Snoop a loop.
Shit, he smoked like 3/4 of it in like 10 seconds.
Man, I didn't even get it.
I ain't even into the motherfucker yet. Back up.
Back up. Yep.
Yeah, they don't have a category for me.
Yeah, you're not. That's why I didn't ask you the question.
I'm just, I'm a happy. I just get happier.
Because I'm happy. Sometimes we're learning what alcohol does to us.
Different alcohols do
Different-
have different effects
They
on
have
you,
different
for
effects.
sure.
Big
Which
time.
I did not think. I was like, that's not true. But after doing the show, I fully believe it.
Yeah,
Fully.
And you
I've
drink a lot of
learned that if you
champagne,
want to
so that's
have like a 4-hour
plus.
conversation with me, give me a couple of glasses of sangria.
We haven't done sangria yet, so I haven't.
I know. I learned this off of the podcast. I was like, oh, okay, shit.
I got a recipe
I
I
like
gotta get
people
you
a lot
guys.
when I'm on sangria. Apparently,
I got-
I'll talk about paper clips.
Ooh, I bought these.
I'll try
nice
and get you
pictures.
guys a recipe for the best sangria ever.
Down.
From Puerto Rico.
Nice. All
All
right.
Yeah.
I gotta
She
find
knows. You
If
know,
that's
you
the
know
case-
the hookup.
I gotta figure out what to put.
We
that
can
in.
we can find a Puerto Rican movie.
Yeah, we gotta find it.
Yeah.
Maybe some. Is it?
But I'm Cuban, B.
Is, yes, Cuban B.
Cuban bee.
Okay, so you take one sip when Maryjane is said, which is her name.
We can use it for West Side Story. I just thought of that. Puerto Rico. Oh, and Musical Month is coming up.
It is coming up.
So sorry. So we take a drink every time Maryjane is said?
Yeah, you always
This is
do.
fucking
That's a
with me
lot.
already.
I see that.
All right.
When Maryjane
Midori.
is said. Yeah, let's put that on the list. Makes Jason really talkative. Boom. Okay, so.
I did have some Cuban coffee before this also.
Cuban beans.
Yes, Cuban coffee. Un cafecito, as they call it.
Okay, so you take one simp or a puff when you see guy on the couch.
The guy on the couch. Does it count if he's going to the bathroom?
Yes.
Counts.
He's
All right.
like, is it September? Nah, man, it's August.
Oh, man, it's August.
And something about that.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that. Even though it's a very campy movie and there's a lot of stuff that's never going to happen. Any New Yorker that says, is it January when it's August in an apartment that obviously has no air conditioning,
Oh, you should
he's
know.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
You know, he'd be melting.
That's true.
Big time.
You know what I mean? And I was like, you know,
Thank you. We're from here, so we don't know.
I mean, he's
oh my God, you'd be dying.
he's leeching to begin with.
Yeah,
you
they don't
That's
know.
why
Oh,
yeah.
he's
Oh.
just trying to change
he
the
don't
subject.
care.
They
Yeah.
don't even know whose
Focus
friend
on
he
the
is.
robbery.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
They don't even know whose friend he is.
But that was a genuine question. He was like, is it still January? And I'm like,
Yeah, it's January,
You're totally
not September.
Oh, whatever it was. I don't know.
Or- oh.
I'm high.
It's January. It's for sure
I thought
January.
you said January. I don't know.
You're high.
Whatever. I'm high. Fuck. All right. So you take a simp when you see Kenny in jail.
Oh,
His
by
sweet virgin ass.
I'm somebody's
Every time?
bitch.
I'm somebody's bitch.
Okay, so you take a sip every time they ask for money. And then
From like people.
Mr. Nice
I need
Guy.
$60, man.
Yeah.
$60.
Oh yeah.
Which everything was 60
It's
bucks.
gonna be $9,600,
Is
bruh.
that how much like 2 grams is, or like an eighth?
An eighth? Yeah. East Coast eighth.
Yeah.
60
Back then.
That's true, because when I did
That-
go to New
and
York,
back
I
then,
spent
yeah.
50 bucks.
That was accurate.
I'm like,
I mean, I don't know. I'm pointing over there, but like, yeah, back in '98, it would have been $60. I paid like $85, you know, in Manhattan the one time. It was ridiculous. I was stuck there.
and you're like, I had
So,
none.
yeah, I was like, yeah, whatever. Stuck here. Why not?
You're feeling a lot of like the history stoner or whatever.
Oh.
Willie Nelson.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember when dime
Yeah.
bags used to be a dime.
No,
You
all
don't know
right,
how much
fair enough.
condoms cost?
How much it cost?
I don't know. I never
We
used
never
them.
used him. Willie motherfucking Nelson.
You know what? If there is a stoner to be,
I would like you
I
to
feel
be.
honored.
I like that.
Thank
No, I was just
To be a
throwing that
Willie
out
Nelson?
there.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna live
All he
forever,
does is
man.
tell jokes.
He's the best.
He gets high and he tells jokes. I love it.
$60. Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. I did spend $50 when I was there. It was less than an eighth, though, and it was not that great.
Oh
but-
yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I'm not dogging
What do
you
You
guys
got
do
taken
tell
by the
us.
Rastafarians?
No, I had like a.
I don't be falling for that shit no more.
It was like a Samson guy who came on a bike.
Oh.
To Helen, what's up, Helen? Papas,
So
Eleni.
a fit ass gay dude in spandex came up and he's like, "This is definitely the highest grade of
It looked
hydroponics
like
in the city."
I think she was a lesbian.
Yeah,
so
she
it's
was.
close, if it makes you feel- She came out in the rain too.
Get it?
I felt bad for
I
her.
can't stand the rain.
Okay, so you take one simp or a puff.
I've been
when-
simping and I'm almost
I
done.
see.
Shit.
Once I'm done with the game, I will make.
We're
us
getting
another
into
round.
this again.
You take a simp when someone says, "Abracadabra,
Abracadabra!
abracadabra."
I mean, at that point, you might as well just
You gonna die. It's
drink
dead.
drink a whole drink because they say
Pretty
so.
much. You're just there
Abra-
like, okay.
For that one
Okay.
scene, that you know,
Abracadabra.
not trying to spoil anything, but at one point you're gonna drink a whole drink.
We're not. If you're listening to this, it's going to be spoiled. They already know.
Oh, I know, I get
Yeah,
it.
we
but,
spoil
you know,
everything. We haven't told people that in a lot of episodes, but we spoil the
We
shit out
spoil
of
the
every
shit
movie.
out of this. If
Yeah.
you don't want to know about it,
It's your responsibility to watch the movie before
Yeah.
Or watch
you listen to us, because that's why we put the name of the movie on the episode.
or listen to the podcast and then watch the movie, and you'll like it even more because you'll have some fun facts.
Yeah.
I was still wondering about that idea. We never heard from too many listeners whether or not we should like list the name of the movies a month ahead of time. You know, because some people actually want to watch the movie before
Yes.
they listen to the podcast.
That's true, and it's tough to do it, I guess, in a week or something. Yeah.
I know.
Technically.
We're still working on it.
Unlike us three nerds that will just probably sit there and watch it 6 times in a week. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I had time.
I mean, if I am a nerd, so
I
I've
blame
seen
it
all
on
of
our
these movies
generation. We
already.
were kind of raised on the TV.
On the TV.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad babysitter.
That's what I say. I like to
Yeah.
say that my babysitter was the TV guide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but we're still part of that generation that was outside too.
That's
You know, you had the mix
Very true.
of both. You know, sometime you had to be at home, and sometimes it's like, all right,
Exactly.
cool.
So we can
Yeah,
flip
man.
through the channels, but we can still hit the shit out of a baseball.
Oh,
We
hey,
live out here, so we can't always be outside. It's hot.
yeah, hey, I had a Blockbuster card when I was 6 or
I
7
had a
or something.
Blockbuster card when I was 10, and
Yeah.
I thought I was the shit with my
Yes.
wallet with no money in it.
Dude, that was the spot to be at on a Friday night if you were
Blockbuster?
under 21 or so,
Yeah.
or you didn't have a car. Go to Blockbuster.
You guys-
Eventually, everybody's gonna be there.
We're
It's true.
old, we know.
All the
Yeah.
weirdos would be at Blockbuster.
Yeah. And you always like saw your friend with their parents, and they were like all embarrassed, like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's seeing me with my mom."
God, now he knows I have a mom.
It's like, dude, we've seen your parents before.
Dude,
They're actually pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
they're cooler than you.
I have a mom, so I feel you. Take a sip when Mr. Nice Guy said, with a smiley
Nice.
face.
Mr. Nice Guy. Oh, sorry, it's Thurgood there. Speaking.
All right, so
Funny thing is, every time you're telling me to take a simp, I'm taking a simp.
Me
That's
too.
what he does.
That's my.
yeah, that's how you supposed
It's
to do it.
cerebral.
We're getting close. I've been taking.
Yeah,
short,
me and
sh-
Joe are
shallow
about
sips.
right where we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not too far. I put more ice in it because nothing. All right. Well, once I'm done with this, you finish your drink or you take that joint to the head.
If I like what you say, I will finish my drink.
When Kenny kills the horse. You're not gonna like that one. You're gonna like the next one then. Okay. All right. So you finish your drink or you finish.
I
your
love
fun.
butternuts.
Buttercups.
Buttercup.
Buttered stuff.
Nuts.
Cup.
Stop.
I love horses.
Okay. So you finish your drink when the guys get arrested. Where he's like pretending to mop. And Scarface
Oh
is
my
pretending to be a mime. Fucking Brian just falls from nowhere.
Oh.
Like, then you finish your
At least Brian got away, yo.
drink.
I like that. Okay, I'll finish my drink.
All right, and that is the completely made up drinking game.
Blah. All right, we're getting serious with it.
All right, it's time to start over. So,
I remember the order too.
you do. He is my sous chef.
Sous chef. Well, I mean, bartender's assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a
That's a-
bar back.
that's a bar
what
back,
they're
right?
called. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a bar back. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Damn
you-
it, Joe. Can you bring those kegs in from the back, please?
Absolutely.
Get 'em.
I need you to wipe down the counter, please.
Also, somebody puked in the bathroom.
Yeah, the toilet
That was
is,
me.
The toilet is clogged. Can you cleanse that? All right.
Yeah. You're still making $10 an hour, right?
10.
That's bar back wages, dude. It's so
I
bad.
just asked a bar back at my favorite bar, and
I mean, it's basically like you only be a bar back if you eventually want to be a bartender.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I do, I guess. But
It's
I
so
would've-
weird hearing you pour. I hear it in like both microphones. It sounds like a waterfall.
Sounds like peeing.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit.
Let's get into this.
Hit it.
So, we are starting with our director as usual. So, director of this movie is Mrs. Tamra Davis,
Our second female.
our second female
What?
director. So, my girl came up making music videos, which I very much enjoy. It's very difficult to make a good music video. And during her time, you know, she worked with NWA,
Yup.
Tone Loc,
Yup.
Depeche Mode,
The Bengals.
The Bangles, like Sonic Youth. She did a whole bunch of music videos. Kind of like, what's his name? Dude that did Rush Hour movies.
Spike Jones. Or
No.
Mike Jones.
See, we know who it is, but damn it, the name escapes us after our
Anderson.
first drink. Anderson?
We got.
No.
I don't know.
Damn it. No. Are you thinking Paul Thomas Anderson?
No, Wes Anderson.
No, Wes Anderson didn't. Did he do music videos?
Well, that's what I was saying. Spike Jones. I thought he was the big.
He definitely, Spike Jones definitely did
Yeah, and like Hype
them,
Williams.
but who was the one that did he had a goal of doing 100 music videos before he did his first feature. And that's the director of the Rush Hour movies.
That makes sense.
Brett Ratner. That's his name.
You're
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
Were you Googling?
Yeah. I was like, wait.
Get it, Joe?
Look
So
at
that's
this
kind of what
pineapple.
Tamra did. And she then did a lot of... she directed a lot of big movie stars' first movies, I should say. So
Can I mention one more video that she?
Yeah, go
and
for
other
it.
people that she worked with.
Go for it.
New Kids on the motherfucking Block.
She did New Kids on the Block. Which one did she do?
Oh shit! I did look it up and I can't remember now.
Damn it. We're going to have to fact check
I'm
that
gonna
one.
fact check that. And
If
she did a share
Char?
fucking video.
Dude, she did a lot of music videos. But afterwards, she started doing features of, what did she do? She did Billy Madison.
Yep.
I think that was one of her first ones.
And,
She did this one.
CB4.
She did
CB4.
CB4.
That's great.
She did Crossroads.
She did Crossroads
Spears
with
in
Britney
2008.
Spears and Justin Long.
Which I watched a lot back in my
Did
young
you?
years. Yeah, Britney Spears, bitch.
Oh,
It's Britney, bitch.
okay.
I don't know.
I like Christina.
Me too.
I like Christina too. I've never seen Britney live. I've seen Christina live twice.
I mean,
But
Christina got those pipes.
she does. She sounds better live than she does.
You sound just like me.
I'm not even a singer,
If
but
you gotta sit in one camp, I'm with her. Her voice
Yeah,
is
for
always
sure.
way better.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
And I mean,
she's way more talented.
I don't know why, but I just like gravitated towards her. Like I was in like 8th grade or something like that when Christina got famous, since it was like her, Britney, Mandy Moore, and like maybe like one or two other
Now, I can't
girls.
stand Mandy Moore's
but I
voice.
saw
It's
Christina's
so
Genie in the
annoying.
Bottle, and I was like, oh damn,
Yeah.
yeah,
Working it.
That's yep. I'm gonna go with her.
But Britney's a better dancer. Her
Okay.
videos are better too. I'm just saying.
I just thought Christina was
Might be
hotter.
right.
I like Christina.
Agreed.
I think she's.
I was
way
more attracted to
beautiful.
her
This bitch ain't even
physically
in this
as
movie.
well as vocally.
Yeah. Oh.
You know,
Oh, can I tell you another?
and she did Mulan.
Yes. Can I tell you another
sang Mulan. What are you gonna
video
do?
she directed?
What's that?
Ba
Ba-doo-ba-da, ba-doo-ah, doo-ba-da-ba-doo-ah, ba-doo-ba-da. Yeah, yeah.
She did the Hanson video.
She
you
did the
guys.
Hanson video.
Oh, when they were baby Hanson.
You know what I find interesting? I love that she did the Hanson video, but she is married or was married. I think
They still
I think
are.
they're still married to the Beastie Boys,
Mike D.
He's no baloney.
Nope.
He's no baloney.
got
I'm
two
Mike
kids.
D and I get respect. Your cash and jewelry is what I expect.
Oh my God.
Yes, that's Mike D. So they are married.
Michael Diamond.
Michael Diamond. Yet I don't think she ever directed one of their music videos.
I think she did.
Did she do one?
I think so.
If so, I would love to know which one.
I never saw anything that said,
No.
but I would love it to be Sabotage.
I mean, I wouldn't be
'cause that's probably my
surprised.
favorite
Sabotage
video of
is a
theirs.
great
No,
music
no.
video.
They run around with the ugly wigs and mustaches and like fucking sliding over the car.
Absolutely.
If any video I hope
If
it's
there
that
was one. And I think, that was one of their later music videos
Yeah.
too.
Or Intergalactic Planetarium. That was a good
Intergalactic
one.
Planetarium is a really good one
That was
also.
a good video.
I
But
got
I
you.
didn't see her say that, but I was so excited to see that she was with Mike D.
Yeah, I was like, oh no shit, get it, girl. But yeah, she was doing her thing. I do like the way she shot this movie.
Yeah.
Some of it is kind of shot documentary style. Like you see that the camera isn't too smooth or still all the time.
Right.
And I think, they had an $8 million budget in 1998. That's not because they weren't lacking the movie. I think that was a personal choice of hers. And I really enjoy it, especially for a movie like this, because it's similar to what's that TV show, Parks and Rec, but not to that degree because it's still a feature. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
it's not full on documentary style. It's not there's not too much like shaky cam when
Yeah.
she needs
That
to lock
farcical
off that
documentary
camera.
stuff wasn't even happening.
A
at that
thing,
point.
yeah.
No, not
It
even a
wasn't
little
thing.
bit. You know,
That's
but
true.
yeah, she was doing her thing. I really enjoyed this movie as well as
I
a
thought
number
she-
of her other
Yeah, I
ones.
thought she did a great job.
I agree.
And she helped a lot of young. She's almost the girl or director that you went to if you were trying to make your first movie.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm trying to make my first movie. Tamara, what's happening? How you doing? I got the
Lights,
script.
camera,
Give me a call.
cocktails. Yep. Yeah, I didn't find too much about her, but that was something that I did.
I didn't go in depth with her, but we can go deeper when we do Billy Madison because we're definitely doing that movie.
Yes.
Nudie Magazine Day.
Absolutely, it's Nudie Magazine Day.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
Maybe this summer because it's getting hot.
Yeah.
We can't do October.
Good pool party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I was trying to
Oh,
get the
Joe.
blow up tool pull in here.
Last summer we just went bathing suit
Yeah, it was too
style
hot in here.
Yeah.
on the episodes, like because we can't have the AC on because it ruins the
course,
sound.
yeah.
You know, so we're just sweating our asses off.
Sweating
So we're
the
thinking
oldies.
next year we're just gonna get buckets for everybody that's on the podcast and fill them up with water, and we're just soaking our feet in like
That's
cold
good call.
water
That's
or
such
something.
a good idea.
Very smart.
Yeah,
like it.
for sure.
I like that idea a lot.
Because I'm not. I mean, we could like
some ice
do
in
like a
there.
kids pool out in the front yard, but you
That
know,
was my first thing I wanted.
sound problems. You know?
I was saying if we could put it
Yeah.
in here a little bit, you know, we just
Oh my god.
we'll work. I'm gonna work out the.
We're gonna
details.
work out some details and have
'Cause
some fun with it.
I already said I wanted to
But
do
electricity with water, I mean,
Don't worry, we got this. We got this.
unless we're doing Groundhog Day where he drops the toaster in the water.
Groundhog
Yeah, you guys
Day.
definitely got to do that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's talk about one of the co-writers.
Neil,
Is that where you're
are we?
going
Are
at?
you going to Neil?
I'm going to Neil,
Go to Neil.
who is also plays employee to Scarface.
The guy who was yelling at Scarface.
I didn't even realize that was him.
Yeah.
Neil, where he's like,
Still waiting on
where
that.
he's like, was it heifer? What
That
happened?
heifer with
Wait,
cheese,
the
Julio.
heifer with cheese,
Just
Julio.
turn around and tell me, B.
You son of a
You
bitch.
son of a bitch! I'm right behind you. Turn
like-
around and ask me for a heifer with cheese, yo.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. I'm out. Boom. Throw a patty at some random dude's face. Yeah.
I
Amazing.
empathize with Scarface in that situation.
I do
It's
too.
like, why you gotta make me feel inferior? Because I'm on the grill, B.
Grill.
You ain't no better than me.
And that's why I don't do that to any of my employees that I supervise. Because I know how it feels.
You told me how you approach people that work under you that you supervise, and I like it very much.
What did I say?
You come at them with a song usually,
Oh, I
or
do.
something like that.
I do. I'll be like, who's ready to change the popcorn seeds? We gotta stock straws, napkins, and ice cream. Like, you just like sing shit to them, and they'll be like, fuck yeah. Who wants
That's
to
the way
clean
you gotta do it.
drains? And
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, I guess so. I'll clean.
I always say that, you know, I don't work for a paycheck. I work for people.
Yeah.
You know, the paycheck, you're never going to get paid what you're worth unless you're like self-employed.
Yep.
And therefore, if you're all there against your will and it's not what you ideally want to do, you're going to go that extra mile for the people that you like.
Yeah, and they do, and I appreciate it. And they do watch and listen. Thank you guys.
Nice. What's happening, people?
At
We
Galaxy
appreciate you
Theaters.
very much.
They're not sponsoring this, by the way. So,
Why not?
I haven't talked to him yet. Actually, that's gonna do.
Hit him up.
So he is Neil.
Neil
Brennan.
Brennan.
Brennan is the co-writer of this with Dave Chappelle, who also wrote this shit.
I'm sorry, I just saw Ashley's foot
Yeah,
on
she,
the other
why are you doing
side.
like she's doing like a kick like?
I thought she was like looking for me like, hey, babe. But
I thought
no.
she was just kicking.
No,
That wasn't
she's
like-
working out back there. She's
Oh.
doing them knee raises.
Oh, get it? She's going to Vegas, so she's got to get it tight, get it right.
Get that day club body going. Babe, why are you trying to look good for other people?
He is a writer and a producer, and he briefly attended what?
He was a co
Yeah,
writer for
yeah, I was waiting for it.
Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show.
Yeah,
She- I knew she was
It seemed like
getting
you're like
to
downplaying what he's done. He, you know, that's pretty big. I mean, he hasn't done like a whole bunch.
I knew you were getting to it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
I don't just like boom.
I thought you were going right for the
I like
jugular.
to, well, people that we haven't talked about, I like to, kind of show you where they came
We have
from.
never had.
We never talked about it before.
Yeah.
You should just backhand me or something.
I will.
All right.
One more outburst.
That
from
was
you,
that
Joe.
was that was 2 movies ago.
Yeah.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
I had so much fun editing that, by the way. And hearing Smash to go, where my bitches?
Women bitches.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Like, when I was rudely interrupted. He's a writer and a producer. He briefly attended...
Joe, we appreciate you being
I
here,
do.
by the
I'm
way.
just fucking with you.
Of course, I
He
get
knows
it.
I'm fucking with him.
I know.
He attended NYU. Go Bobcats.
Look at you. I always know the mascot.
I look at the mascot.
How many colleges are the Bobcats? There's a few.
I
of
feel
them.
like we have talked
There's
about the
probably a
Bobcats.
It's been
before.
like 3 already.
Okay, so
I'd imagine. There's probably a handful.
well, they're
I know there's
the
only
best.
1 Bruins and like 1 Tar Heels, but 1 Blue Devil.
We were
I'm
Urban
sorry.
Knights.
I'm going with the basketball
I know you
colleges.
So
You know where my heart's at.
Neil became a doorman at the Boston Comedy Club in New York City.
Doorman.
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 Literally the whole time I was writing this part,
You're
that's all
doorman.
I kept saying. Doorman.
I know. I hate this job.
They said I can only let 1.5% black people.
Yeah, it was like 6.
So I gotta help for there's a
They
minute.
pray that there's a black mention in the line.
I mean, you
Oh
old
my
as
God.
shit. I mean, not for this
I
earth.
would love to tap that ass.
Just for this club.
I just can't let you in because you old as fuck.
Not for the earth, but just for this club. Which we will do. I fucking love Naruto. Okay, so he was a doorman of the Boston Comedy Club in New York City, and he became fast friends with Dave Chappelle. That's where they met, and a lot of other comics. And Neil and Chappelle co-wrote this movie, Half Baked, and he co-wrote and produced The Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show.
Wait, the Chappelle Show?
Did you know that? Not know
I
that?
didn't know that.
Let's start the show.
Woo-hoo.
Chappelle
Yeah. Oh my god, I love the Chappelle Show.
And you can see Neil in some of his skits as well.
Some of them.
He is in the I want to piss on you. Drip,
Drip, drip, drip.
Drip, drip, drip. Pee on you.
There's a few of them.
He's like, I only believe. Oh no, he's in the courtroom where he's like, so do you believe R. Kelly's guilty? And he's like, I only believe it if the girl's there with 2 forms of identification. His grandmama's there to verify it's him.
That's my Robert.
Neil's there writing down fucking shit.
Taking notes.
Taking
That's what it
notes.
is.
And Neil's
I
just
couldn't
sitting
remember
taking
which
notes.
one it was where Neil was on, like, sitting on the edge of a couch
Yeah,
taking
he's like
notes.
taking notes on like fucking what.
He mentions him a few times in there.
So yeah.
Or like when they do the slave master episode,
Yes.
it's like, apparently shooting a slave master is only funny to me and Neil.
Yeah. Okay. So
We are the crime haters, or the time haters.
we
We traveled all the way to time to call you a cracker.
So yeah, so him and Dave Chappelle worked closely together for some time until Dave walked off the show and stopped doing it. And
I stand with him.
I stand with him too. I'm not even. They offered him what, like $50 million?
I'm pretty sure it was 300.
No,
I heard it was 300.
I thought it was 50 mil.
I heard it was
Because
300.
Netflix just gave him 60 mil for his stand up.
Well, yeah, that was for one stand-up
Just
special.
one stand-up
or 2
special.
stand-up specials.
2. It was 2. You're right.
But you're talking about a full season.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure they offered him 300 mil.
Whatever. He turned it down.
Turned it down.
Which I ain't mad at you. At the time, I was like, "What the fuck? You're so dumb." But as an adult, I look at it like, money's the root of all of everything, and you just sometimes need to step back and realize that I'll be okay. I don't need.
And in
to sell
season
my
2,
soul.
he even kind of wove that into the stuff that he was talking about.
Yeah.
How he gets like 20 minutes of sleep. He raises his kids for like 30, 45 minutes,
Yeah.
and then he goes back to work. That sucks. That's not a life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're all in this industry, and you don't get into it to do stuff like that.
Well, because he walked off the show, it kind of tainted him and Neil's relationship, and they kind of stopped talking for quite a while.
That's too bad.
Until 2012, and they have since patched up their relationship. And Neil now, after the show is over, has started to do stand-up himself. 'Cause
That's
apparently,
good.
You know, he's writing the jokes. He might as well be out there
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
doing them.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
So, yeah, apparently they made up, but I don't think they'll ever work together again. So,
Happens.
that happens.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's a mutual respect, but you have to part ways.
Yes, for sure. But that's
I got
all.
into an argument just recently to a someone that I worked with. I'm not going to mention their name, but we stopped working together, not because we disliked each other, but because it wasn't mutually beneficial. And normally you don't hold grudges, but in this situation, apparently this person did, and unfortunately that relationship ended through text message just the other day. And it was like, oh damn, all right, I guess that's a damn shame. But who knows? Maybe 10 years down the line,
You'll come back
you know,
to
that
that.
person will reach out and say, you know, congratulations, Jason. I heard you just won your first Oscar. You know,
As
but-
long as
or whatever
I
it
get a
is.
shout out when you're
and
thanking people.
I will be the gracious person, be like, you know what? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. How you been?
I want to thank Zenobia for.
I only say 10 years because that's how long it's been since the, even more like 15 probably, since the Chappelle show.
It's been a while.
I think it
yeah.
ended.
It's
in
been a
2005.
Yeah.
I think it started in 3 and it ended in 5.
Yeah.
So,
it sounds about right.
The over under 14 years.
Yeah. It's been a
There
minute.
you go.
And now you know, we're not talking about Dave Chappelle yet, or are we?
No,
gonna
we're
talk
not.
about- okay, so let's.
I mean, we bounce around.
let's bounce around. Can I just throw in a little, I guess, fun fact?
It's our show. You throw it in whatever
Yeah.
you want.
So this movie brought some big name stoners, and we talked about
Yes,
some
it
of them
did.
already.
Yes, it
They
did.
popped up in this movie, like Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart.
He plays our enhanced.
Is he a stoner? I mean, I love that he's the enhancement smoker.
I would imagine.
But this was before Jon Stewart was Jon Stewart.
Yeah, but he also hanged out a lot with, like, you know, Adam Sandler and all them, and they're all big.
Are you sure
It's
though?
true.
What wasn't the Daily Show going on?
Was it
before?
going
In
on before?
'98?
I think so.
In
It has been a
98?
minute. It has been a minute. I thought he at
Damn.
least started in 2000.
I mean, I was unaware of who Jon Stewart was in '98, so that might just be
I
me.
recognized him. I wouldn't say that like I could tell you his name back
Yeah,
then.
but then again, at '98, I didn't have nor have time to watch a TV.
There you go.
You know, so that's probably why I was unaware.
No, internet's slow.
Yes, it is.
It's all right. It'll pop up, and then I'll just be like, oh hey.
Okay.
By the way, that thing we were talking about 10 minutes ago.
So we got Snoop Dogg as the scavenger. We already said. Willie Nelson as the historic smoker.
The store.
What's the name of that girl who's the artistic smoker?
Janine Garofalo.
There you
That's
go.
my very next person, Janine
Yeah.
Garofalo.
Would you
as
like to hear
the
some of my poetry?
creative-
No, not really.
Not
Creative
really.
stoner.
I have killed.
I seek Buddha.
I'm
I
you.
see
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
You must seek
Seek
therapy.
therapy. That's where I would
That's
go
what I
with
would
it.
go with it.
Oh, Insta.
Instagram. Why are you trying to make me get out of my seat?
We got Steven.
Whoa.
Right?
Ooh. Are you feeling okay? Baldwin. Baldwin as the MacGyver stoner.
Is it really?
Yeah, and he's like, let me get a snorkel.
I had no
idea
that he was the MacGyver smoker.
What does he ask for?
Well, with the snorkel, it was a snorkel, an ice pick, and an avocado.
I made it with less.
Yeah.
Trust me, bro. I've made bongs with less.
I think an avocado might. No, because you'd have to take the middle of it, right? I don't know. With a snorkel?
Well, with an ice pick, you can do
That's
anything.
true. That's true. Okay, all right. I don't know. Like, we're out of papers, man.
Yeah. I've MacGyvered some stuff.
I had to
in the past,
MacGyver some
yeah.
stuff in Apple. Don't ever use cans, you guys. It's gross.
Yeah.
It's not good for you. Who else we have? Oh, we have Bob Saget as a cameo uncredited as
Yes, we
the
do.
cocaine addict.
Marijuana's not an addiction, man.
I've sucked dick for coke. And the guy's like, I've seen him.
Yeah. You ever sucked a dick with marijuana?
No. Boo this man. Boo! And of
Wasn't
course,
that dude on the
Real World.
Real World? Yeah.
Is that who it was?
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing on
Thought
him.
so.
Yeah, I didn't, but I know he's from Real World.
Yeah. What was his name? Like David or something.
Maybe it's San Francisco. It was an older one.
No, I think it was New York.
He's from the first one.
I think so.
The first New York one.
Yeah.
Maybe
It was one of the first few Real World seasons.
Have you? Do you watch a lot of Real World?
Oh,
I mean, not anymore.
Back in the day,
absolutely.
Back in like
Me too,
98,
me too,
99,
me too.
Real World was popular
Sure.
as shit. If you didn't watch the Real World, you didn't have nothing to talk about at
I
school.
think
Real World Road Rules Challenge.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
That shit.
I think I stopped after.
Where everyone just
Vegas.
banged everyone. You know?
Oh,
yeah.
Like, oh, hey, we've. You know what? We should all just go home. I think we
I'm
all fuck
like
each other.
so upset because my whole life.
All right, guys, that's the end of the episode. Has anybody not slept with each other yet?
Can I get at him? I haven't slept with him yet. We've only made out. Okay.
Does not count. Get on it. Cameras,
I am so
make sure they're
upset
mic'd.
because my whole life there's a bunch of things that I've always wanted to be on, like Soul Train,
Yes.
Real World Road Rules, or just the Road Rules, because I was like, fuck living in a house. I'd rather do like challenges and shit.
Yeah.
I
For
always
sure.
wanted to go to MTV Spring Break, and as soon as I got of age, all that shit just disappeared.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Well, yeah.
And I
Kinda
was
just
so unhappy.
disintegrated. Is there
MTV.
anything like that nowadays?
No, everyone says that.
Coachella.
all.
Everybody's on their tablets and shit.
Yeah, well, I
You
do
don't
want to
go
go
out.
to Coachella.
Yeah.
I was offered to go this weekend, but I can't afford it.
You can't
Is it this weekend?
afford it.
Yeah, it was last weekend and this weekend. So all you people out there next year, if you have an extra ticket and you want someone to make fancy cocktails for you,
She's good.
I'm good. So yeah. And of course, our last cameo would be Tracy Morgan.
Tracy. Wait a
plays-
minute. What?
He plays the VJ.
Buster Phillips.
Boom. And he tells them like, yeah, this is a new song from
Coming in at number 8, like El Nino.
Ooh,
Oh,
Sir
okay.
Smoke a lot. I want to
Talk to Samson. Fly me to the moon.
Yeah, I love Tracy Morgan. You know what? It's funny. I didn't. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it.
Hit
So
it. Hit
I'll
it.
be overstepping my bounds.
No.
Not at all.
At the time, I hadn't smoked any weed or anything like that, so it didn't really matter. I enjoyed the movie, but I had no idea that Sir Smoke-A-Lot was Dave Chappelle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
You too?
I didn't either.
yeah.
So
like,
what now?
No.
Okay.
No.
okay.
Maybe like 10 years ago when I watched it, I was like,
Okay,
oh
okay,
shit, that's Dave Chappelle.
I do
Yeah.
want to say that all the movies that we have done and will do for this month, I all watched before I smoked. And loved them all before I even ever smoked.
Nice.
Yeah, they all
I
have,
can easily
they
say
all have
that,
merit
but
without him.
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
They all stand up, whether you get high or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even if you don't, who doesn't like watching
Somebody
high
else
people do
get
some
high.
weird shit?
Can I give you a weird fun fact?
Give me a weird
course.
fun fact.
Weird fun fact.
We're getting weird.
So in the Inside Actor Studio
Oh, you have my attention.
in 06, Dave Chappelle said that he didn't like the final product of the movie, and he said that the script that he co-wrote was made into a weed movie for kids.
So he
His
intended
script
to do this for adults.
is probably
more.
way more raunchy and
I got you.
Edgier.
edgier than what we have.
I mean, what is this rated? Is it rated
R.
It's gotta
PG-13?
be R.
Because they cuss and they
Right.
smoke weed the whole time.
That's true. So, I
don't
mean, but
know.
it's a comedy.
Should I do that? Should I be another part of the
How
stats?
it
The
makes me
thing you
wonder
wanna
how
rate it?
hands-on he was with the editing and with the scoring and everything.
Okay, I got another fun fact. So, this might answer your question though. So, from the time the script was bought to the time it was released, it was only 7 months.
Holy shit.
So, maybe that answers your question.
Absolutely. What studio produced this? Because that would explain a little bit also.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's interesting. I mean, but at the same time, if he didn't like it, it was probably because he didn't have as much influence as he would like, which I 100% understand.
What happened was they probably bought the script as they wrote it, and then they were like, "This is great, but what we're gonna do is this," and they cut everything down
They cut everything
to the bare
down.
minimum, and they made it, like he said, a movie a weed movie for kids.
Yeah, and
which
keep in mind, this
we
is
just
before
mentioned how
Chappelle's show.
Yeah, we all watched this as young kids, you know, and it's still, it's good. So when I heard that, I was like, you know what? That makes sense because as a kid, I fucking love this movie. I still love it. That's why
I still love it.
Wanted it to be the closest to our 420.
I see what
It's
he
such a
means
great
about
movie.
it, especially with like, there's certain things with this movie that are, I don't know if the word is Disney-fied, but like it's played down, or it's made to be like when they're flying through the air and they're
Yeah.
high, you know, that's
Yeah.
very
it's real
much
cheesy. It's
Yeah,
campy,
cheesy.
it's campy
Campy.
stuff.
you know.
But
But
came
it's
out in
throughout and
98.
it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out
was
in
Universal.
98.
Yeah.
Universal.
It was Universal, okay.
So
and
it
that's
makes-
the argument
that
that
makes
most
sense.
writers have with their script. You know. However, like I said, Dave Chappelle hadn't done the Chappelle Show yet, so I'm sure he wasn't too familiar with the editing process or the post-production process or
I think it
any
was-
of that to a
I
degree.
think that they rewrote the script.
I don't think they rewrote it because he would have noticed on set if they had rewrote it.
Yeah, but you sold it to him, so
True.
you can notice. But really, what are you gonna do? That's what I think. I think
That's
that
true.
they gave a more edgy script, and they Disney-fied it. And
True.
there's nothing you can do
To a
because I
degree.
sold it to you.
But every writer has to come to grips with the fact that what they wrote and what they envisioned is never going to be what ends up on the screen.
I think if you would,
That's part of the artistic process.
Yes,
though.
the editing
Like,
is never
unless
done
you're the writer
until
and the director.
you are
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Until it's officially up on screen, the editing is not done.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
the movie is constantly being rewritten. It's
Yeah.
being rewritten by the studio. It's being rewritten when you're on set. It's being rewritten when you're in the editing room. It's being rewritten to fit the score unless you scored it ahead of time. You know, all of that stuff
Yeah.
changes what the movie is.
Yeah.
Even if you do write it, it's still incredibly hard to create the movie that you originally saw in your mind.
I feel like if he would
Agreed.
release this movie now, with him being who he is and the way that stoner movies are looked at now, I think he would have got away with way more of his original script. than
Oh
he
yeah,
did.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But nowadays, you know, he's Dave Chappelle. Before then, he was Achu.
yeah, or the guy in Con Air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Gets killed.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
homeboy from what is that? Blue Streak?
Yes.
Was it Blue Streak?
And he said I couldn't read. Wait, what is that what he says? What's the line when he's like mad at him because he beats him up in the interrogation room and then the lawyer comes in? She's like, "What'd you do to him?" And he said I was stupid.
Said I can't read good.
I can't read good. That's what it was. I fucking love it. Yeah. All right. Well,
All I can tell you is that he's gay.
he's gay. Can I tell you a fun fact about that? Even though we're not talking about Dave Chappelle.
We can jump around, like Cypress Hill said.
We're gonna jump up, and get down.
Get down.
So he said, I remember hearing an interview about him talking about Blue Streak, and for some reason they wanted to make his character like dress up like a woman.
Oh,
For some reason,
I think
and
I
he
heard
was
something
like-
about that, or maybe you told me about
He
that.
was like, "Why? Like, why do I? How does this like?"
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense. You just want a black man dressed up as a woman, and he like took offense to it, and was like, nah,
Mm-hmm.
and so he didn't have to do it. But it makes sense. A lot of
Sometimes you got to fight.
I
You got to
mean-
push back.
True.
Sometimes you get replaced, but you got to push that.
a lot
back.
of our big black comedians have done it.
Sure.
A lot of them, Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. I mean,
Eddie Murphy, Martin
you
Lawrence,
got
Tyler Perry.
I mean, so it's something he doesn't want to do. And
Is
doesn't
Marlon
have to.
Wayans dressed up? I
Yeah,
wanna
they
say
did
he
White
has.
Chicks.
That's right, they did White Chicks.
The ugliest white chicks ever.
Which I love that
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
movie.
They
What
look
a
weird.
nice
I mean, they're
chocolate
aliens or something.
man. I know.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on.
Let's dive into the cast for a minute. It's not a big cast,
No.
and we already talked about all the cameos, which I did want to do. So thank
You
you.
didn't?
No, I did.
Oh, okay,
Because,
good.
shit, we're not going to do research on him. Like, we'll talk about Willie Nelson if we ever do, like,
Is he in something?
yeah, he's in some stuff. He's in, what's that movie? The old TV show that got turned into a movie.
Every old TV show
No,
ever.
Cousins is closest brothers. They got
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh,
Yeah,
he is in Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse.
Yeah,
I
okay.
love him as Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, he was pretty.
He did a good
for
job
it.
in there. But first person we're going to talk about is Mr. Rick Demas or Demas. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but in this he is Nasty,
Nasty
Nate.
Nate.
Oh, I didn't do nothing on Nasty Name. Let me.
Well, I mean, we didn't do a whole lot
Let's talk about
either,
him.
but
Is he really nasty?
I don't know if he's nasty. But did you notice that he is wearing lip gloss in some of those
No.
scenes? So,
Because he's got to get his like smooch on.
Yeah.
So the scene where Kenny is talking to Squirrel Master and Squirrel Master tells him, well, you better hurry up because I get out in 11 days.
days.
He looks back at Nasty Nate. He's definitely wearing lip gloss and some like makeup and shit. Like he's got eyeliner or like eyeshadow. Not eyeshadow. What's that stuff?
I like his little sexy like.
What do you put on your eyelashes?
mascara?
Mascara. This fool is makeuped up. Like he's trying to look good for Kenny.
But yeah, you know. Kenny's in
But
there.
his lips are glistening in that scene.
Next time he comes, he wants cocktail.
Fruit.
I like the little Nasty Nate poster, and he's like, no,
No.
no,
No. 666, the mark of the beast.
The mark of the
No,
beast.
you jungle of love.
Because they do like a calendar for convicts or something.
Uh-huh.
Like, what the fuck is that?
He did a number of things afterwards, but cocktails.
Mm. All right.
I think, I'm not positive, maybe he stopped acting in 2013.
Okay.
But he was in like Loser with Jason Biggs and Exit Wounds with, what's his name?
D.
Seagal and DMX.
What y'all really? Whoa. I'm sorry.
But I don't know if he quit or if
Is
he,
he like a wrestler or something?
take a step.
Why is
Not
he-
that I know of.
He's just like a Debo looking fool.
Yeah, kind of. You know,
Okay.
it's just a well-built dude that likes doing comedy. I guess.
All you gotta do is hit it, baby. What y'all really want? That's all I keep thinking about. What y'all really want? All right.
Okay. Well, that's all I got on Mr. Rick Demas.
There wasn't much. I mean, when
Yeah.
I was looking him up, it's like, all right, here's his Facebook profile. Like,
Oh, we could have learned some real shit then.
Yeah.
I'm not here. Let me see if I can.
Apparently, he likes,
He likes long
going to
walks.
Catalina Island, or I don't know,
Oh,
whatever.
that's nice.
I've never been, but I've always wanted to.
Never been to the wine mixer.
What?
The motherfucking Cal.
Hey, watch
Catalina
out for
wine
them
mixer.
deer that are at Catalina Island. They will charge you.
Have you been?
Yeah, man.
Have you been?
I haven't.
Last time me and
We
Ashley
should go.
We should.
Dude.
We'll go.
Yeah,
It's pretty
take
cool
a little
over there.
ferry over there, right?
It's like a 30-minute boat ride.
I'm down.
It's not,
Yeah, like
San
San
from
Pedro
Long
or
Beach.
something, right? Or yeah, Long Beach.
Yeah.
We should totally go.
Oh yeah.
Get a little golf cart. I know everyone drives golf carts on there.
I like the bikes. You can get a bison burger over there.
Yeah, but I can't. I want to drink and.
You can't get one over here though. Are they,
I
are
mean,
they
I don't
only
go
on
searching
Catalina?
for them. I just thought it was cool that they had
It is pretty
bison
cool.
on the island.
That's true. No, it's a good call.
I mean, I'll
I haven't
try
seen
it.
a bison burger in a while.
I've never
Sounds
had a
pretty good.
bison burger.
No?
No.
Pretty good.
Okay. Okay.
Well, Laura Silverman plays Jan.
Is she related?
Yes, she is.
They look
Are you
like-
thinking of Sarah Silverman?
Of course, yes.
Yes, Laura Silverman is Sarah
I
Silverman's
didn't
sister.
even do her, so hit me with it.
I'm done. No, I'm kidding. No.
I'm
She's been working consistently
Yeah, she's on-
for a very long time. I would say like she's got like a 30-year career going. So she was on most recently the Santa Clarita Diet.
Wait.
Yeah,
Ooh.
she's Trish. Do you watch the show?
Yes, I do. I
She's
just finished
Trish.
the last season.
Okay. Well, she plays
Oh.
Trish. So she's in the most recent season. So I don't.
Yeah, I literally just finished that one.
Is Santa Clarita Diet a network or is it strictly Netflix?
It's not
I think
that.
it's
It's straight
Netflix,
Netflix.
yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you've seen the most recent season.
Yeah.
So she's Trish.
Okay.
Okay.
Dang, I didn't even notice.
Okay. She also was on Bob's Big
Bob's Burgers?
Yes, Bob's
Yeah.
Burgers for 7 years.
What? Who is she?
She is Andy. She is Mother.
She picked Andy and Ollie?
She is Ollie.
Yeah! She plays Andy and Ollie, the fucking twins.
Yeah, so she does a good amount of voiceover work.
That's awesome. I love that show.
And, the list goes on and on. She's been doing her thing for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
The little less known Silverman, but she's still out there rocking it. I'd be like, put me in your show, bitch. Why I don't have like a guest spot? I don't know. I don't watch her show.
Hey,
Sarah
works for
Silverman
weed.
show?
She
works
does
for
work
weed,
for
yeah.
weed.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because the Sarah Silverman show got canceled.
No, she has one on Netflix.
Another one?
It's called
She's
like,
had a few different ones.
yeah. It's
Okay.
called like I Love America or something.
Yeah, that one already got canceled.
What the hell, Rob?
She's like, are y'all done
Yeah.
yet?
No, we haven't even got to the main characters yet, Robin.
Robin, we're talking about some things.
Stop showing me your butt.
Shit, she's angry. She's still sick. Come here. Come here. You all right? We're talking about Laura Silverman, puppy.
Yeah. Oh,
fine.
you don't like her?
You don't want to talk about her? Okay.
We'll move on.
I understand. We will talk about Mr. Clarence Williams.
We already talked about him before.
We did. Yeah.
So I did not do anything on him because we already talked about him.
I mean, we didn't talk about him, but we
Clarence
can
Williams
talk about him.
III.
If you want to talk about Mr. Clarence Williams III, go look at our Life episode.
He's in life.
Yes,
Briefly. But we did talk about it. I know I did all the shit that I could find on him.
what was his name in life?
Look, you got yourself fucking killed.
Winston Hancock. Played Winston Hancock.
You got yourself killed, huh? How you doing?
Yeah, you
My
fucking
daddy's watching
wrong
here.
movie.
This ain't my daddy's watch.
So that's Clarence Williams. In this one, he plays Samson.
I want to
Great
talk to
Samson
Samson. His name is Samson Simpson? Or is that just what he says when he's a Rasta? Because he goes,
I think-
Samson Simpson.
I think that's
Oh yeah, I don't know. I
don't
guess,
know.
I guess just because of that.
Yeah, what's
no.
the,
His
it's the same
his
Samson?
his IMDb name is Samson Simpson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay, so
stick by my story
Simpson
from Jamaica.
Well, if I wasn't from Jamaica, why would I wear this hat?
I think you're bullshitting me,
I live right near the beach.
boy.
Okay, so I do have a kind of fun fact about him.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
if it's
Jake?
fun or not.
You will like it. So Jim, the guy who plays Brian, he said that the only scene in the movie that he was actually high was the scene where Samson gets arrested. He said
No
he
shit.
said that Chappelle gave him some weed at the end of the day of shooting, and he smoked it, man. And he was like, "Yeah."
Nice.
And they're like, Jim, we need you back on set."
Oh shit.
And so Jim,
Yeah, is this
Fully,
real? Because
man.
I thought he was pretty much an avid non-smoker.
this is what I got. This IMDb. This
Oh,
is
okay,
This
hey.
is IMDb. So
Hey.
Are we talking about Jim Brewer?
Jim Brewer,
Yes.
yeah, apparently he
Doesn't smoke, yet
And
he
so-
plays a stoner.
Yeah.
He's got
This-
those eyes.
Yeah.
this makes sense. And he said that he went back. He had to be called back onto set because Williams wanted to quit the movie.
Oh.
He was like, I don't want to do it anymore. And apparently they talked him into continue to do it. But he was like, I want my scenes done like now.
Got you.
So they called him back in.
You're supposed to know you got to shoot at,
Shoot
your,
out
your
the
biggest
actors.
talent.
Yeah.
Get him in, get him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Last in, first out.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So now Jim had to go back on stage and work. And they said that he needed multiple takes to get his shit down.
I mean, if you told me I'm wrapped and I go smoke some weed and then you tell me I'm not wrapped as I'm getting in my car,
Here's the thing.
yeah. I mean,
would-
thank God I don't smoke, but
I do smoke, and it'd be one thing if they were like, Zenobia, I need you to go in there and do some dramatic ass shit that's like some real deep shit. Then I'd be like, man, I'm fucked. My face is not gonna do anything but high face. This dude had to go
That's
in
where
there
your training
and just
kicks
be
in.
high.
Be high.
He just had to be high.
yeah, but being high
would've
and
just
remembering your lines and responding on cue is got to be very hard. Like, you remember when I did contact you when I got high, and it took me like 5 minutes to respond to you. That means that every time he says something, they have to make a cut in the edit.
I get it. I would have just went in there and been like, look, you guys, I'm high, so we're just going to have to...
Yeah.
I'm on improv.
My bad.
I'm improving.
Dave told me I was wrapped.
Just keep it going, and I'm just going to throw some lines out there. Whatever stakes we're using it. Let's do it.
Wow.
I thought I was supposed to be off. But, I mean... So, yeah. That's the only fun fact I have.
Hey, that's
about
where your
movies.
acting training comes in.
I'd be fine.
That emotional prep, yo.
Hey, if I could do the lines at the end of every show, I could do fucking anything right now.
We're training right now.
We're training
we haven't even
right
rehearsed
now.
for our scene tonight,
We
people.
didn't.
By the way,
That's okay. I don't need it because
I typed it up and I sent it off, and it is what it's gonna be.
gonna be.
And we only do one take nowadays, so we'll see where the dice land.
Hit it and quit it.
You only get one take in the audition room.
Hit it and quit it.
Well, unless the
I
director
guess
likes
this
you,
is
and then
nice
every once in a
training.
while they'll be like, give you a different choice. But other than that,
You got
Joe knows what I'm talking about.
Of course.
You guys got anything else on
Clarence Williams.
Clarence? Claude.
Claude.
That's what my name is. Claude.
We always go back to life.
I haven't said that in a long time though.
We haven't.
The one thing about Clarence, I just remember from that Ja Rule video.
Oh yeah, he was with the Shanti, right?
Yeah, and he was like,
Where's
Ja?
Where is Ja?
I don't know. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Oh,
Somebody
shit.
please
Someone call
find
Ja.
Ja Rule so I can make sense of all this.
Someone find Ja Rule and tell him he owes a lot of
yeah.
people money for Fire Festival.
Well, I will say Clarence Williams the third. I
there's two
enjoyed
other
him
bitches
very
out there.
much as Samson.
Samson.
I think he's a great actor. He
of
worked
course.
off of everybody very well. I
Yeah.
love his choice as this character.
Just chilling in a wheelchair with a bunch of bitches.
Bunch of bitches
Yeah.
protecting him.
Nunchucks.
And they're all from like different parts of the world. Do you
Yeah.
like what you see, Samson? Do I look like I like what I see, bitch?
You're like,
And he clearly does not sleep with any of them because, like,
Yeah.
when what's her name shows her titty,
he don't even give a shit.
he don't want to see it. He's like, ah, and he covers his eyes.
He's like, yo, this
Well, I
is
mean,
yo.
they do allude that he's gay,
Yeah,
and they don't say,
which
it,
makes
but,
a lot of
yeah.
sense, being that his delivery guy is gay, also.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
You know,
That's true.
then he's
Down-
playing
down
the
for you.
piano, and then he
Down-
claps his
oh,
hands.
yes.
yeah.
I remember that, man.
Ja Rule featuring Ashante, Vita, and Charlie Baltimore.
What would I do about you without you? That's what happens when alcohol gets mixed in,
True.
people.
I thought alone might break me.
We're moving on to Rachel Chu.
And I don't want to
True.
go crazy.
Rachel True, not Rachel Chu.
Because every
Sorry.
time he's a lady.
We watched Crazy Rich Asians last night again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which Chu are you?
It's true. Yeah, when I think of her, I think of The Craft.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
Hands down.
definitely.
And I did
You
find
scared, Sarah? Huh?
out. I did find out that she was practically 30 making that movie.
We talked about this.
Oh, doing the craft.
30
Yeah.
is usually it's almost like the median of who you hire to play high school.
True.
It seems like it. Like who was 30-ish when they played high school?
Oh, we were talking about
Luke
Coach
Perry
Carter.
and Coach Carter. That's right. Worm was 30.
Word was 30.
What is her name? Olivia Newton-John was 30 when she did Grease.
She looked it, though.
Did she though?
I mean, I always thought, like, what kind of fucking high school lady is this?
I thought she was a high school.
That's just me, though. I don't know.
You know? John Travolta was not. He was actually like a couple years older than high school age.
But he was doing fucking...
Yeah. Even the new
Welcome back,
90210, a
Carter.
lot of those guys were around 30. You know,
right.
it's kind of the
Especially the old
over-under
ones.
because it's very hard to get high schoolers to play high school age. One, because they either look too young, or two, because they're too young mentally to do the job.
Unless you're...
And three.
I was a dumbass.
And three
in
because you
high
had to
school.
pay
Yeah.
a teacher.
That's
to,
true. Then you got to hire a
and-
teacher to teach.
And basically, you can only have a kid on set for a certain
So
period of
loud.
time per
Uh-huh.
hour, and it's a pain in the ass.
But
Yep.
unless
All
So
you-
that
hire an 18-year-old.
That's
to play
why when
a
you see on the
14-year-old.
breakdowns, 18 to play younger.
Unless you were someone amazing like Dakota Fanning, where it's worth it.
Or it's
I mean,
it's typically like,
you know.
in that 13 and under where like
Yeah.
you really can't get a there's no one old enough
18
For
to
sure.
13.
to play.
Like, there's only a handful of actors that are in that category of
like
like
Spider-Man,
Dakota Fanning.
the guy who's a Spider-Man right now, he can still play 13,
For sure.
14.
He does.
What's his, I forget
Because
his name, Tom
the
something.
dude-
Like,
Tom Holland, yeah.
yeah.
Because
He just
Definitely,
looks so
especially
young.
with that voice and everything.
Yeah.
The dude
You know?
who plays the bully in that movie is like our age. He's like 30 something.
Oh, you're talking about the Hispanic kid from Anaheim?
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is, but he's not 30 yet.
He's too old to be.
However, don't get me started on that because I think he was miscast in that movie.
I also think. But go ahead.
He was great in a couple of other movies, like the Wes Anderson movie. I think he was great in.
Oh yeah. Hotel.
Budapest?
Budapest Hotel. Yeah, there you go.
I thought you were going to say Chevalier. That's his short.
Oh, that's
Hotel
right.
Chevalier.
That's right. Okay.
Which
well,
was added on. Oh, yeah, it's a whole other
Let me hear it.
wormhole.
Let me hear it.
No.
Get it in there, Joe.
Darjeeling Limited.
Okay.
He did a short with Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman is basically
love Natalie
Jason
Portman.
Schwartzman's girlfriend in Darjeeling Limited, but you never see her.
Gotcha.
And he made a whole other side piece on it.
Oh
That's,
shit. Oh shit.
There you
Sorry,
go.
he mentioned Natalie Portman. I have a huge crush on Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman
Alright,
syndrome.
really?
I know,
We're
it
talking about
happens.
Maryjane.
Everything.
I'm in
she's
love
in.
with Maryjane.
Maryjane.
She's my main thing. She makes
I thought it
me
was
feel
really bad
alright.
for
Oh,
me.
really? You're gonna have me sing by myself? You
She
know how
makes
bad my voice is.
heart sing, and when I'm feeling low,
She comes as no surprise, turns me on with her love.
takes me to paradise.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit that note.
Do you love me, Mary Jane?
I loved Rachel True
Yeah.
as Mary Jane.
Whoa,
It's perfect.
whoa,
I thought
she's
she
so
was
cute.
so great.
Do you?
Like, even like she plays like a straight laced type of girl, and at the same time she's a little naive to everything. First and foremost,
For someone that went through so much, she's still a little naive.
she's naive.
You just give some 3 random dudes you met at prison.
Yeah,
fucking
you
ride
know
somewhere.
damn well they smell like weed.
And they're talking about smoking weed, she still doesn't even pick up on it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's
So-
go. We're gonna get some Mary Jane.
Like, even when he asks her out, like the way she responds, like, okay, like, really?
I got something.
So I think she had a great choice of how she was gonna play Mary Jane. Yeah, I got my
some
booty. I got some booty. You know what? It was really good too. She was a giver,
She was a giver.
caring nurture. She still looks great. Look
She
at
does
her,
look really good.
beautiful.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous. She
So Rachel True plays Mary Jane, and if anything, at that time, I don't know if they could hire somebody that would have done a better job or even a different job that would have been just as good.
yeah, no, it was
I think overall, like, the casting was
Yeah,
just great.
I'm
like,
incredibly happy with her.
Sure, yeah, it would be tough to see anyone lost and then someone else dropped in there. Be like, oh, I don't know, that was kind of perfect for them.
yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, the first thing you noticed her in was The Craft,
Yeah.
which I immediately think of those fucking meddling little blonde girls that are talking shit on her. And then all of a
Oh,
sudden,
yeah.
one of
She
the
started
main
losing
girls
her
starts losing her
hair.
hair and shit. Oh, I love it when she gets some payback, but at the end, I feel really bad.
October, can we do that one?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
As a kid, as a like elementary school kid, I was like, I want to be a witch. Shit
Yeah.
is dope.
Because I'll say, strangely enough, I know what happened to the main girl in this, the villain girl.
Oh,
I used to see her on the regular. She used to come into Home Depot constantly. And unfortunately, she's not doing great in life.
That's your close encounter for the day.
Yeah, we got a sad close encounter for the moment. But, she's still doing her thing, She's come a long way since Waterboy,
Yes. Oh, we forgot to do something.
Oh,
What's that?
Sum up this motherfucking movie.
Wasn't my movie.
All right, quick summary since we're already in the fucking thick of this.
How do you summarize Half Baked?
Half Baked is about a group of 5 friends who are stoners. 4 friends. 5 if you count the guy.
Of course you count the guy.
Okay, so 5 friends.
He's part of the crew.
4 friends and the guy.
Kenny's butthole was in constant jeopardy.
Straight.
They're all stoners and they get high and they send their friend Kenny out to go get munchies, and he feeds all the munchies to a police cop horse who has diabetes and dies.
Mm-hmm.
So he is a cop killer and he has to go to jail, and his bail is $1 million. So
The process is all very
$1
quick,
million.
too.
very
Yeah.
quick.
Very quick.
In about 35 minutes, he kills a horse, is processed, is already seen in the judge, and in the clink.
Yep.
You know, it's perfect.
That's bullshit.
And they wake up and they
It's
find
not
out
the way it works.
he's in jail.
You're sitting in that holding cell at least overnight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dave Chappelle's
Not that
character.
You gotta speed things up.
Thurgood is a janitor.
Custodian dick.
So that was waiting for. He's a custodian and at a lab and a scientist.
Or a janitor if you want to be a dick about
better
it.
be a dick.
Frankincense and Burr.
Yeah, he sends his the janitor to go pick up a package for him, which happens to be weed.
Oh, that's so
Medical
great.
marijuana.
Medical marijuana.
Listen, I know
Forms
it's
of
not
thing.
your job, but mop the rest of this
The rest
shit up.
of
I'll be
the
right
shit
back.
He sees how good it is, so they decided to start fundraising by selling weed to get Kenny out of the jail.
Yeah, because they need 100 grand.
100 grand. It's Samson, who is their rival,
Yes.
head.
The guy who they were buying weed from. you know?
Yeah, absolutely. They were
Just
buying
fo-
weed
just
from
48
him, and
hours
then
ago, they were
they
buying
become
weed
his
from
competitors.
Like,
And those
"Hey,
of
look, we
you
got the
not
same
familiar
person."
with the judicial system, if you want to post bail and get somebody out of jail, it is 10%
10%.
of whatever their bail is.
Correct. Which is fucking impossible.
Fucking
That's what he
impossible.
In their case, yeah.
Fucking
$1 million
impossible,
bail
man.
for 3 stoners.
Yeah.
Last funny fact that I will say about Rachel True is her name in this movie is not just Maryjane.
I know.
But it's Maryjane Potman.
Yep.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't her dad in jail
Yes.
for marijuana?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He loves it so much he named his daughter Maryjane.
I get that. I'm just
My
saying,
next
how is
dog's name
she
is
so
Mary Jane.
naive to the workings of the weed community?
Because she just stays away from it, and she doesn't like it.
It ruined his life.
It ruined her life, his life. It's like people who are like, oh, you drink? My whole family are drunks.
It's infuriating, but it's well written.
So, yeah.
It's almost infuriating that it's well written.
All right.
Okay.
So, who's next?
Mr. Guillermo Diaz.
Ooh, I was going to save him for later, but yeah, let's get on to Guillermo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
we can talk about him now.
Yeah, why not?
Motherfucking Scarface.
Who
True.
he will forever be Scarface.
He will forever be Scarface.
Or-
Sometimes you
Or
cannot
the dude
escape
from
a
Weeds.
role. When
yeah,
you do
that's what I was going to say.
when you do a role really, really well, you can never get away from it.
Because even when I saw him in Weeds, I'm like, oh, it's Scarface. You know,
Wait, wasn't his name Guillermo?
His name's Guillermo.
in Weeds.
In Weeds.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
His name was
yeah.
Guillermo. Yeah.
I've played a Jason or two.
Well, okay.
That's kind of the thing that happens.
I played as an Obi or two. Yeah,
Some-
his name was Guillermo.
Sometimes you get added into a project and they don't know what to call you yet because they haven't assigned you a name, and then all of a sudden you improv and you become
Woody.
your actual name.
Yeah.
from Cheers.
Or your name is so close to your real name that they accidentally call you that name
And
in
like,
the
that's
take,
it.
and then they move on to another setup, then that's your name.
Yeah, I absolutely loved him in Weeds.
Yeah.
He was on there for
He
about
was
3
good.
seasons.
I never watched Weeds, I'm sorry.
You should. It's really. I mean, the last couple seasons.
Yeah, at one point it really got out of control.
Yeah.
For me. Because I enjoyed the first, 5, 6, 7.
Because what's the
seasons.
synopsis on that show? She's
Her
a
husband
suburban
dies.
housewife,
Yeah.
and she starts slinging drugs or something like that.
Just
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 weed.
weed.
Nash.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, her husband dies and leaves her with 2 kids in the house and mortgage and shit. And she's too lazy to actually get a real job, so she sells
Nice.
weeds to other housewives. That's how it starts.
That's how it starts.
Okay.
But that's not what.
That's not where it ends.
Yeah. Then she gets deeper and deeper into the game.
Luckily for her, she can bang a lot of the dudes that are about to kill her.
That's what I would do.
She would have been dead like the third episode.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's what I would do too. I'd just be like, all right, just open my blouse.
Yeah.
You like titties?
Oh, it always works.
Now
to,
that's
like,
a titty.
That's a titty.
Fully, man. That is an official fully, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But whatever. I love Guillermo.
I love Guillermo too. I enjoy the fuck out of the stuff that he did on Chappelle's show, especially when he's doing like pop copy.
Pop copy.
Welcome to pop copy, motherfucker.
I am the manager.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what he says?
Yes, it is. He's like, yo, I am the manager, B. Yeah, I'm the manager. What's up?
What's up?
You know?
So let me tell you a little bit about Guillermo Diaz,
Guillermo, a.k.a. William.
who is really Cuban B. He really is Cuban B. Yes.
Yes, Cuban B.
And is related to Cameron Diaz.
For real?
No, it sounded like it.
I don't see it.
It's not true, but it sounded like it could be true.
Could be.
So I wanted to say it.
She is part Hispanic.
It could be,
But-
but I know it's not true. I
It's
just thought it'd be funny to put that in there.
I think you're bullshitting me. I
So-
stick by my story.
So he grew.
Cameron's cousin.
Cameron Diaz's cousin. Lord have mercy.
Lord of mercy.
So he grew up in Manhattan,
Manhattan.
but he went to school in the Bronx.
Well, he was born in Jersey.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, well,
I saw some Jersey on
Made his way across that bridge.
yeah. And then he got his first speaking role in the movie Fresh in 1994.
I
with
remember
Samuel
that
Jackson.
one. Samuel Jackson.
Yes. And then he just did a lot of bit roles all over the time. We said Weeds.
Sopranos. I think he was in one of those episodes.
He was in an episode or two
He
of
was in
Sopranos.
High School High, which
Oh
we've
my
been talking
god.
about.
Like a rat, like a rhinestone cowboy. He gets all mad because they fuck up his record.
Yep. And
He did a recurring role on Scandal recently also.
of course, for a while.
Dude.
I don't watch Scandal, but I know that he had a pretty big role in that.
I know, but Kerry Washington though.
In 2011, Diaz told Out Magazine that his rough upbringing in New York City ultimately Whoa! Yes, made him.
How many you had?
Today?
Well, damn. Don't tell the people.
I'm not gonna tell him. Made him a better actor, and he said going to school in the Bronx, it made him learn how to constantly cover up the fact that he was gay and the fact that he had to be somebody that he wasn't.
Oh shit! I didn't know he was gay.
He is gay.
Okay.
And it really, he would do it to protect himself.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
Also, it also helped him in his acting because constantly he was not able to be himself.
Yeah.
But now he is. I mean, he was one of Outs Magazine 100 most influential gay, lesbian, bi, trans person of the year.
I got
So
you.
he was in that. So,
Nice.
yeah, a lot of people don't realize that this guy who constantly plays gangbangers, constantly plays potheads and drug dealers is. But when I was looking in his filmography, he's done a lot of, gay, LGBTQ movies. Like, there's one called Stonewall, which he was in, that I really have never heard of. It came out in, 95. And I want to watch it because of the Stonewall riots in New York.
Okay.
Which is a big fight for gay people in the 70s in New York. And I just want to see. He played another gay character in something else too, but these are more in the 90s.
This is the first that I'm hearing about this.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like,
Awesome.
Scarface.
Get it, my dude.
He's gay, B.
And that's in a nutshell why a lot of actors become actors to a degree. is because they want to be other people other than themselves.
Yep.
Like, one of the benefits to being an actor is you don't have to be yourself all the time.
Nope.
As most people are insecure. 99% of the world is insecure about who they are, whatever shortcomings you may have. And as an actor, you get to be somebody else every day. You get to live out your most outlandish, fantasizing characters. You get to play the fucking Joker every once in a great while. You get to be Rumpelstiltskin, somebody
if I'd
who's
play the Joker.
completely outside of what you normally are.
People lose their mind when they play the Joker.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying.
I love Rumpelstiltskin.
I love.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
Rumpelstiltskin's a good man.
Rumpelstiltskin's
So
a
are
good
you
man.
guys.
So are you guys.
Little rum,
Stay
little
clean.
yoo-hoo.
Stay focused. Stay in school.
Break a sign, have fun with your friends.
What I was gonna say is, the character Rumpelstiltskin is one of the biggest reasons why I stuck with the TV show Once Upon a Time.
He was, and I
That
only watched, like,
motherfucker
the first 2 seasons.
did a hell of a
I did like
job.
him.
A hell of a job as both characters. You know, they were so contrasting. I've had a couple drinks. Don't let me go on any.
All right, so let's move on. You got any more about Cuban B?
Cuban B. No.
Cuban, yes, Cuban B.
Nope. We can talk about Jim Brewer.
Brian.
Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah, Brewer.
Brewer?
Yeah.
Why does that name sound familiar? Stand By Me.
Oh, well, I was going to say because he was on Saturday Night Live
He was.
from 95 to 98.
Yep. 3
yeah.
seasons of SNL. Get it. And that's a hard thing to do to begin with.
Yeah.
SNL looks far and wide.
Yeah.
And what do you have to do? You have to do 3 characters and 2 sketches? Or is it 2 characters and 3 sketches?
I think it's the other way.
Probably 3 characters.
Yeah.
I would
2
say,
characters
yeah,
and 2
3
sketches.
characters and 2 sketches. Which
Yeah.
means that
Yeah,
you
'cause
have to be very chameleon-like.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember Goat Boy.
That is what he is known for. Yeah.
He is known for Goat Boy. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Joe Pesci. He was
And
good.
Joe
was
Pesci.
a
And he
good Joe
does a
Pesci.
hell of a
Yeah.
Joe
Oh,
Pesci
gosh.
impression, which I would like to see. So we're gonna have to YouTube that after
The
this
Joe
is over.
Pesci
The
show.
Joe Pesci stuff, yeah. That was pretty funny. I remember that.
I feel like we always bring up Saturday Night Live, like almost every episode.
I mean, when we talk about comedies, you can't avoid it. So many great actors and great comedians come from Saturday Night Live.
I'm even seeing right here, he was on Family Guy and he played the voice
Joe
of Joe Pesci.
Pesci.
Apparently, Joe Pesci turned it down.
I couldn't imagine why.
Why?
I mean, he's pretty much done acting. I heard that it took Scorsese like between 30 and 50 tries to get Joe Pesci to do his new movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what was it?
Hey, he could just be done. He's
The
like, "Oh, fuck
Irishman,
it."
I think is what it's called.
I think so, The Irishman.
I don't know.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's retired. He's
I
done.
mean, some people who come and ask you, like, if you're telling me if Martin Scorsese came and was like, "Yo, Joe Pesci,"
Hey, I saw Joe Pesci playing golf.
did you?
Yeah, last year.
Did you?
Word.
Yeah.
Tell us your close encounter.
I didn't get
We
to
have
meet him
a
or
Hollywood
anything.
close encounter right
No,
here.
yeah, no, he was just driving in a golf cart.
Short as fuck.
And then I saw Benny Jones
He is
and
5'0".
he was screaming.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
So he's Joe's height.
yeah.
Joe.
He's my brother's height.
Not this Joe.
Not this Joe.
Short
Um,
as fuck. That's
Yeah,
funny.
so, yeah, it's,
Joe, you are an average man.
What
Thank
would you
you.
scream at? Like, I would have screamed like,
oh,
"With the wet bandits,
yeah, the sticky
the
bandits.
sticky
Sticky
bandits."
bandit.
No, I mean it was a nice golf course.
Leo.
So, like, I really wasn't.
Leo
gonna do
gets.
that. Get it.
I'm like, "Oh my god, it's cousin Vinny."
Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, absolutely. Cousin Vinny or the Super. What was his name in the Super? I love that one.
I like gone fishing.
Gone Fish.
Borderline living.
I would have just called him Jersey.
That's true.
Hey, yo, Jersey! You know, that would have got his attention before anything else.
Probably.
You know,
Wait, how are we on Joe Pesci?
I don't know.
'Cause you were
That's
talking
how things
about-
happen
Oh,
around
because
here.
Jim Brewer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to our hell where we just
That's all right.
We don't realize how we got
It's
to.
not a hell.
To my web.
All right.
It's a gray area. That's where we live.
Hey, I can dig it.
I don't have much on him.
On Jim Brewer?
I do believe that he went on.
There's a lot of stand up.
He doesn't want
That's
to
his
stand up.
wheelhouse.
I
Seems
think-
like it.
I think he went on American Idol pretending to be a bad singer.
Yeah.
Did you
At
really?
one point, I'm pretty sure.
And they didn't pick up on that?
Not until the end, and he's like, man.
Was it like heavily makeup or anything?
That's
I
I mean,
Look,
some people
look.
do that as a prank. I saw Neil Patrick Harris attempt to do that, or maybe that was on The Voice. But Neil Patrick Harris can actually
He can really sing.
Yeah, he grew up, or he did musical theater for like 12 years or something like
Hello, he hosts the Tonys.
that. Every time, I love when he hosts the Tonys. Don't get me wrong, I like James Corden
No.
hosting as well, but
No.
MPH.
I want to see the opening number every year. That full host.
That motherfucker is talented as hell.
Very true.
That's gonna be our musical month.
Neil Patrick Harris?
No,
Harold
the
and
Tonys.
Kumar?
Harold and Kumar.
That'll be next
Harold and
420.
Kumar from Musical Month, people.
That's next 420. We'll do Harold and Kumar.
That's right. I forgot about Harold and Kumar.
White Castle.
Nice. Okay, well, my favorite character in this movie, or I should say my favorite actor, Mr. Harlan Williams,
Yeah.
plays
Hey.
Kenny. I think this guy is underrated for how funny he is.
Yeah.
From Rocket Man to Half Baked to
Dumb and
Employee
Dumber.
of the Month. Is he in Dumb and Dumber?
He's the cop.
Yeah,
that
He
comes-
is. He's the cop.
He's a cop that
Drinks the
You guys
piss.
doing a bit
Yeah.
of boozing,
Yeah.
have you? Sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine?
Yeah. Yep.
I think this guy is absolutely
does.
hilarious.
He is
Harlan
always
Williams
pretty funny.
is
He
hilarious
does a lot of
in
voiceover
everything he
shit.
does. One of my favorite movies of his is Employee of the Month, and we are gonna do that
I
movie.
know you. We were talking about Shitty Job Month, you remember?
Shitty Job Month. I will have to have a
But
couple
wait,
of
which
friends
Employee
on
of the
for that
Month?
one.
There are a few movies
Is
He's
there?
called Employee of the Month.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
talking about
Dane Cook one.
Dane Cook and Dak
Oh,
Shepard
yeah,
and Jessica
okay.
Simpson.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, that's the one where they're working at.
Where else did we say?
It's like a
Maxi
Walmart
Mart?
or something, or
It's
like
a-
Costco.
Yeah, it was like Costco.
Yeah,
something
it's like
like
a
that,
Costco
yeah.
version.
What was that? There was another movie we were gonna do. What else did we say we was gonna go in that month?
I don't remember.
Good Burger.
Welcome to Good Burger. Can I take your order?
All right, but yeah, no, he does a lot of voiceover shit.
He does.
He's so funny. You've seen him before. I didn't find too much fun facts on him, so that's all I got.
I could talk about him for days, but it's mostly about how great he is at comedy. He's got a couple of projects out right now. He's got one that's called Hollywood, but WOULD, which is an interesting play on words. It's a series where he plays a character named Psy. So that one's almost out, as well as The Beast Wildfire at Fort McMurray.
Too long.
Yeah, it's
Too long.
It's a long one. But his name is Reefer the Fish.
Read for the fish.
I wonder what he is.
I don't know.
Can I?
I think he's a park ranger or something. I don't know.
Can I bring it back real quick? I forgot to talk one more fun fact about Scarface.
No, it's too
Yeah.
late.
Okay.
Go for it.
Guillermo loves Madonna.
Does he really?
Loves
doesn't?
that bitch. He has been to every tour except for the Virgin tour in 1985 and the Who's That Girl tour in 1987, which would have made him like 10 and 12.
Girl?
So of course he couldn't go to those. But every other tour he has been to, which that says a lot. 'Cause she's had tons of tours, and he even has her face tattooed on.
His ass,
Nope,
his foot,
nope.
his calf.
His arm.
Or I don't know. I just wanted to see what you. Did you read
I
my
knew
book?
that.
You reading my book?
Yeah, I can really read sideways.
I'm just joking. Yeah, it's Amazon, and he's
Sorry.
loved her so much.
I love Madonna.
Me too.
She's
That's
great.
why I wrote it. I was like, I love Madonna. And if you don't think he's gay, that just proved it right there.
That definitely proves it right there. Well, Harlan Williams, who plays Kenny in this episode, in this movie,
In this episode of the movie,
yeah. I don't know what would be my favorite scene of his.
I'm somebody's bitch.
I'm somebody's bitch forever.
Oh, the
Forever.
bathroom
That is
scene.
a great scene. What's that?
Where it's like slow motion and you just see him. He's like, "Oh, wash your
Wash
hands.
off your hands.
Wash your hands."
I like where he's singing
Yeah.
soap, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that clip is used in so many spoof trailers where he's just sitting there. He's like, "All by myself." Oh
I would have
shit!
just kicked that soap to the
Yeah, it's like, all right, I guess I'm washing tomorrow.
shower.
I also noticed something in that scene that the guy next to him soaps up his leg quite a bit.
Yeah, his whole leg and
his
cheek.
whole ass and top left leg.
I
It's
just,
so soapy. I'm like,
Sir,
Is
can
that
you
what you
please
guys
stop
do?
soaping your ass?
yeah, just there. He was probably there for like 15 minutes.
I don't know.
Getting after it. You never know. I mean,
How many takes did you do?
I haven't been in a prison shower, so like, maybe you just gotta.
I've never been in a prison shower.
Yeah,
Me neither.
I've been in a high school shower, wrestling
When they
shower. Sort of
lavering
thing.
of the thighs and ass.
I mean, most high school guys are insecure, so they wear shorts and
Had
stuff.
their wee-wees.
But I think maybe they just did a whole bunch of takes.
And he's like, I'm just gonna lather this ass up.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep, continuity. You got to stick with that one
He's
leg.
very method. That's good. Hey, good for him.
The same lathering motion every time.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a lot.
All right, well, it is time.
It is time
It is time.
for
Talk
Dave
about the man of the hour.
Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show.
Before we start, can I give you a fun fact about Chappelle?
I mean, that is the start.
So third. I'm feeling.
Dude,
myself.
this
Yeah.
is one of those episodes where you definitely watched us get a little
You
bit
did watch
drunk.
us
Yeah.
get drunk.
I mean, the other episode I had, I don't even know, like 4 or
He
5
kept-
of those things,
I
and I was
couldn't even
fine.
make them fast enough for him.
This I had 2 of
The
them.
slam
like,
dunks. They were good though, weren't they?
Yeah, they're tasty, very tasty.
Because I'm getting my drink.
It's not
game
easy doing this, people.
That's true.
So, Thurgood mentions that to the scientist
Thank you, scientists.
that his grandfather was a Tuskegee.
In the
Was it
Tuskegee experiment.
Experience.
Tuskegee? Shit, I can't do it now either.
Tuskegee.
Tuskegee experiments.
Thank you, JoJo.
You're welcome.
In real life, Chappelle's grandfather was part of the experiment.
Interesting. I wonder if that line was improv.
And in
I mean, even
I would
if
be
it wasn't
surprised.
written in there, you're damn sure he was like,
he's
"Oh,
like,
fucking
I'm about to
put
throw
that
this in there.
Babe, I hear some coughing. You in there smoking?
Chiba. Okay, so
Some of your sweetest chiba.
if you guys don't know what that is, it's where thousands of black people were intentionally infected with syphilis. For 30 years they did this, from 1932 to 1972, to see what would happen to people, especially black people, if it wasn't cured, which it could have been cured
Very easily.
very
Yeah.
easily. And tons of people died, and they only did this for black men, and they were like, yo, we'll give you free health care if you let us do whatever.
Yeah.
They did, and they gave syphilis to them.
Motherfuckers. Oh, yeah, we'll give you
And
health
they
care, but we're
died.
not going to cure your ass.
And then some of them would go home and have sex with their wives and give them syphilis and their kids. And so generations of families were kind of destroyed by this awful, awful thing.
Yep.
And it wasn't until Bill Clinton apologized on behalf of the country and the NAACP got some sort of money, which would be like about $10 million for the survivors. I know that has nothing to do with the movie, but
But it does.
it does.
Absolutely.
It absolutely
Robin's
does.
filling you over
Yeah, I was like, what's going on here, Robin?
here, cheating on us.
What the hell?
She didn't warm up to me that much last time, so I guess she was like, "Oh, he came back."
It's like, okay, I guess
I
this
came
guy's
back for you.
sticking around.
So I brought him back for you, Robin.
Good girl.
So yeah, I thought that was quite interesting.
Absolutely
Really
was.
It's time to talk about Dave Chappelle.
Yes, absolutely. So, technically, I don't count his first role as a kid on the beach because that's extra work.
Yeah.
His very first job was as a Chew
In
in Robin Hood Men in
We're men in
Tights.
tights.
Tights. We go around the forest looking for fights.
Yes. We may look like sissies, but
Watch what you say, or else
We'll put out your lights. Blinking always hits somebody.
Hey, Blinken.
Oh,
I said,
man.
hey,
I said,
Blink.
Hey,
Blinken.
Blinking.
I love that movie. Still love that movie.
It's a great movie.
So Chappelle, he started his career while he was in high school at Duke Ellington High School of
Duke
Arts.
Ellington.
Duke
Washington.
Ellington.
Yeah. Are you talking
Before
about
we
Big
move
Mouth?
on,
Yeah.
something that you will enjoy
Okay.
is the fact that they're making fun of Kevin Costner in that movie. When he says, unlike other Robin Hoods,
Yeah.
I can speak with a British accent. This guy's getting on my nerves.
If you were like Zenobia, Robin Hood or Robin Hood Men in Tights? Men in Tights is gonna win by far.
But Brian Adams, though.
I mean,
Yeah, we fought about this.
I know, I
we
heard.
totally did. Can we? Let's go on.
We
You
can,
already-
yeah,
All
we
right.
can move on.
You guys
All right.
are never gonna convince
Everyone knows
me.
our stance and your stance.
You're never
So-
convinced me. So
I gave you, I
Whatever.
was on your side. I was like, they're talking shit on Kevin Costner.
you were. Thank you.
Damn, Gina.
So he went to this school in Washington D.C. where he studied theater.
Uh-huh.
The theater.
The
arts.
theater.
Yeah.
The theater.
The theater. And at the age of 14, he began doing stand-up in nightclubs. And after he graduated, he moved to New York City.
It makes me wonder how many young comedians started before they were of age
A lot.
to start doing stand-up in nightclubs.
That and performers.
Yeah,
Like,
I know
you
Eddie Murphy
people in-
snuck in and he did performances when he was
people
young
in bands
too.
and stuff. Like the Jackson Fives were playing in clubs that they weren't allowed in.
Well, I'm
for
talking
a
about
long
stand-up
time.
comedians though, where technically they're not allowed in the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're still getting in and doing stand-up comedy.
That's what I'm saying. It's
As
the
a
same as
teenager.
if you're a musician and you play at a club.
I think it's a little
You
different.
can play at the club,
For sure.
but you have to leave. Like you can't drink.
Yeah,
or whatever.
you can't
Yeah.
sit at the bar or nothing
Yeah.
like that.
So when he moved to New York City, he quickly made a name for himself, and he starred in his first movie, Robin Hood Men in Tights. Mm-hmm. Do you know how old he was?
How old was he?
19.
Damn.
That's how old he was
Yeah.
in Men in Tights.
Get it, my
Believe it.
dude. That makes sense.
He was looking really
because,
young. Even in this, he looks really
He
young.
does.
I remember listening to interview with him. I don't remember who it was with, but he mentions that he talked to his parents, and much like your boy Will Smith, he gave himself a year to make something of this career. And in under a year, he did start booking work, and that's one of the reasons why he stuck around, because had he not booked work, nobody would know who Dave Chappelle is right now.
IMDb. Wow.
Well, Def Comedy Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They rank him as the 12th out of 100 greatest comedians.
Yeah.
12?
Yes.
Okay. Who's number one? Shit.
Shit. No, I can't.
Carlin?
George Carlin?
Yes, George Carlin. It's number one.
Interesting.
George Carlin's hilarious, so I ain't gonna
Yeah.
hate on that. That's a good one.
I've never listened to him.
What?
Oh, really?
I just never got around
Oh,
to
his
it.
stand-up is. I remember
His,
listening
yeah,
to
it's
it
timeless.
in high school.
It's,
It
it's
was
pretty
hilarious.
great.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't even like listening to comedy or like watching a lot of comedy specials, but like George Carlin, like that stuff.
That was
well, but like all the stuff from back in the day, like I could watch
Wow,
like Richard
shit.
Pryor, and,
Uh-huh.
you know. Yeah, I don't know.
Live on
Today,
Sunset Strip
today
is
there's
one of
literally
the
like
most-
700 fucking
Yeah.
things.
You're
It's
like,
There
I've never
really
heard of
Everyone's
these
like,
is.
"Are you kidding me? You haven't seen the John Johnson fucking thing?" And I'm like, "Wait, who? Like, I don't even know what you're talking
Yeah.
about."
I mean,
man.
don't
Like,
get me wrong. It's
I
a
got, like,
great
a handful
time
of
for
comedians I
stand-up
can think of.
comedy because
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
stand-up comedians
It gave them
have so much
platform.
more access. There's
Yeah.
a big
All about.
platform now, which is great. However, it's a double-edged sword, and it's much more difficult for a stand-up comedian to separate themselves from the herd
Yeah.
to a degree. You know, I mean, if you're
Okay,
great, you're
yeah.
great, and the great ones still are able to separate themselves.
But a lot of them now are moving to podcasts like we are.
Yeah,
You listen to
Bill Burr,
Bill Burr.
Yeah.
His is funny.
Dax
And
Shepard,
Dax
that's
Shepard.
my dude.
I listen to Dumb People Town, which has the Scar Brothers on it. And, you know, they're out there fucking... Even My Favorite Murder has Karen Kilgariff, and she's a comedian. And, you know, they're out there doing their shit in different forms where they're still doing their comedy, but it's not
Yeah.
the old way.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays you don't need anybody's permission to do anything.
Yeah.
You know, you want to act, you can act. You want to make jokes, you can make jokes, and you can put them out there like we're doing. Oh, Instagram Live.
And some people, like, you know, Dave Chappelle, his stand-ups kind of opened my eyes to stand-ups. You know, he was one of the first people. George Carlin also, you know, Eddie Murphy, Raw, and all that shit. Were, you know, even Bill Cosby's were ones that I, like, listened to and watched as a kid.
Yeah.
Where you're like, dang, this is hilarious. And he, like you said, he was on Def Jam with a whole generation of raw talent fucking comedians.
Yeah.
Who are out there still making it fucking big.
That's very true.
Killing Me Softly may be one of my
fucking
favorite
love it.
stand-up specials
I know.
in history.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He does good stuff. I've only watched the first one of his Netflix one. I haven't watched the second one. But, I mean, he's hilarious.
Yeah, they were good.
And he popped up in fucking Stars Born this year or last year.
Yeah.
Best part of that movie. I said it.
So that
I said it.
that version of the movie will not be for musical month, apparently.
No, it will not. Vetoed right here, right
But either
now.
way, I mean, he did a great job. He, you know, he's still out there acting, doing his small parts.
Uh-huh. He doesn't have to do anything at this point. He does what he wants.
Yeah.
You know, and I love that he's gotten to a point where he can do what he wants, and he picks and chooses, much like, say, Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker doesn't do a whole lot these days.
He doesn't do anything.
I mean, what was the last thing? Strangely enough, the last thing that both of them did was a what is his name? Dude from A Star Is Born.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper movie.
Oh,
The last thing Chris Tucker did was a Bradley Cooper movie, Silver Linings Playbook.
That's right.
Or maybe he's done something
Oh, yeah.
more recently. Like I know he did his
No.
stand-up
Yeah,
special.
I can't think of
You're
him
right. He wasn't
doing anything
there.
else. Mm-hmm. And that's been a while.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, B. Coop, we need to do a movie with that sexy motherfucker. You sexy
Wedding Crashers?
motherfucker. Yeah, I love Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, he was great in that because he was a dick.
He was
Yeah.
such a dick. That's my
Such-
first thing I remember
such a
him
good
in.
dick.
And then after that, he was getting cast as a dick. He was like, "Oh yeah, Bradley Cooper. He's a dick,
He's a
right?
dick,
yeah, let's
right?
bring him in."
I want to see
When
this
in
dick,
actuality,
right?
he's like one of the nicest guys. Apparently,
I don't know. I've never met him.
this is what I've never met him, but this is what I hear about him.
When we lived in San Francisco, a lot of people, at least a lot of my friends, kept running into Dave Chappelle because he would go out there just to do comedy shows.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
that's
On
true.
the Lolo. I never ran into the
That-
motherfucker, but
Nah, me neither.
I
But
had to do a
I
lot
did
of
hear a few things like, yeah, I saw Dave Chappelle. It's like,
I'm
I'm standing on the
curious.
street and I saw Dave Chappelle.
I'm curious if he was one of the first comedians to insist on no cell phones in his shows.
Oh, I don't know.
As I know a number of them do it now, but from what I hear, he was one of the first ones to do it. And I think it's an amazing, great thing to do. For one, you know, you're working on your set, you're tweaking things here and there before you actually go out and make a special and put it out to the world. But not only that, but sit the fuck down and enjoy the show.
Yeah, I'm not a phone person like that.
You know?
Unless it was like straight up Will Smith, then I need to capture that for the rest of my life. But yeah, other than that, no. I can just have it in my memory.
I'm just picturing you, old lady Zenobia, telling the story about how you met Will Smith, and then it's like an old picture of like the side or the back of his head, like
it's like a blur.
his ear.
like Eddie from Barbershop. Like, there go the picture to prove it.
See? Yeah.
How do we know this is Will Smith? It says right there, don't it say?
Will Smith?
Big Willie.
I do have a fun fact about him. Not Will Smith, Dave Chappelle.
Okay,
He is...
that could have gone either way.
Very true.
He's one of the only, if not the only person to do commercials for Coke and Pepsi.
Really? That's good.
Interesting. I like
Right?
that.
Let's go fun fact. Fun fact.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Is he, I'm still
you
waiting
watch
for him
those
to do a
commercials?
commercial for chicken.
Did you watch both commercials? Did you see?
I
Which
haven't
one was
seen
better?
them. No, I should look them up. I just read that and I was like, ooh, shit.
Do you remember when he talks on the Chappelle Show about doing a chicken commercial? He's like, "I'll do it for free, chicken."
Yes, because I love it.
Oh, was that on Killing Me Softly? I don't remember.
That's on Killing Me Softly.
That's on
I
Killing
think.
Me Softly. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we need to watch Dave Chappelle.
We do. Dude, speaking of, I have fond memories of my 19 to 23, somewhere around there. I didn't technically go to college during this time. I took a couple college classes, but I was mostly like working 2 and 3 jobs at the time, and me and my friends were all into building our cars and drifting and going canyon running and stuff like that. So our house was a frat house essentially, and even though we were all in and out of there and like throwing parties or barbecuing or, you know, doing late night shit, Chappelle Show was constantly on the fucking TV.
Oh yeah, no.
I would have work at 5 in the morning. I would wake up at 3:30, Chappelle Show, and it was DVDs back then. So it was just, you would wake up and all you hear is the looping titles of Chappelle Show, Chappelle Show.
I had season.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I think I had season 2.
You're like, yeah, let me turn it back on.
Yeah, we had both of them, and they would just sit there. And I would get up, and I'd see my buddies passed out on the couch with, like, either Wendy's or, like, Little Caesars pizzas on the... It was just sitting out, and I was like, all right.
Look at Calvin got a job.
Yeah. And then you get home at, like, noon, 12:30, and it's like, what are you guys doing? They're still passed out.
There was a part in my life where we quoted everything from Chappelle Show.
Everything.
We watched everything of Chappelle Show. Like, there was
the racial draft.
There was a period of time where I kept going, "Pew!" You heard that? Pew, pew! There was a big period of time where I
we're going to New York.
We're gonna go. Pew!
We have a friend named Teresa, and for the better part of 10 years, all we called her was Rah Rah. Call her Rah Rah.
Oh my god.
Rah Rah.
Rah rah. I'm out.
You out?
I'm out.
Yeah. I'll be out after this pineapple.
What you got?
Nothing.
You ain't got nothing on Chappelle?
No.
What's your favorite Chappelle? Like anything.
I always love him in Con Air. That's the first thing I think
Pinball.
of. Like every time.
Pinball and Con Air was
Okay.
great.
Yeah.
That is
I mean,
good.
of course, I go to the big stuff, but then I'm like, oh yeah, but he, yeah.
I do love Blue Streak though. He makes that shit fucking up.
True.
He's great in Blue Streak. My favorite Dave Chappelle, I would have to say, is Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
When he is doing his stand-up or when he is in the opening of the Chappelle Show. That and when when he's constantly playing the uptight white guy.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You know.
Silencio.
Silencio.
A white man speaking
pardon
here.
me. There's a white man talking here. Thank you. When he's working off of Mos Def.
Yep.
Wait a goddamn minute, Rondale. It's not part of the deal. Mos Def is right there. I'm a hustler, baby. Well, no hustling me.
So funny.
Talking to the ultimate hustler.
True. Very true.
All right. Well, you know what time it is.
What time is it?
It's time for Z for the people. You're killing it.
My eyes were closed.
Mine were closed too.
I'm drunk.
Okay. So, I really didn't have a Z for the people for this, but I decided
You were struggling today.
I was a little struggling. The one that I
She
did,
was in tears, people. She's like, I don't have a Z for the people.
So I
I don't
thought-
want to let nobody down.
this is what we need to do. I am doing a Z for the people, and I'm saying for
Like Common, it's for the people. I'm sorry, it just jumped in my head.
shush. For all the states out there who do not make marijuana legal yet, I urge you to do so because it would help keep our prison rates down for people going to jail for long periods of time. Like her father went to jail. Maryjane's father went to jail.
40 years just for weed? Damn!
Damn!
Non-violent crimes.
Yeah, it's not a violent crime, but you're in there for like your whole life. It is good for glaucoma and arthritis, like the grandma on here said. It's good for
Seizures.
So many things.
Parkinson's disease. It helps if you're like we have a family member who has breast cancer and has went through everything and takes the drops and stuff and is getting better and healthier than you could possibly imagine after going through something like that. It is just
It's still a very taboo thing
It is.
for a lot of the country, but It really shouldn't be.
It should
No,
be. And here in California,
And it makes
is not
great
so
paper.
much. Yeah, I mean, in California, not so much that it's taboo. You know, we can go to a
Oh, for
clinic
sure.
and go buy whatever the fuck we want. But
Not
other
other
places
places.
can't.
At the same time, them clinics can't actually spend their money
I know.
because revenue generated from selling weed is not federally recognized.
Exactly. That's why we got to get
Correct.
the rest of the states in there so we can just tax this shit like liquor, tax it like cigarettes, and, you know, we can fix some streets and people are
Right.
happy and more mellow.
It's already more tax than that.
Yeah.
If anything, maybe we'll get some money back.
Oh, I like that. So that's just
Doubtful.
my Z for the people. Just go out when it's time for you to vote in your state, in your local areas. Get out there and vote green because it's not going to hurt you and makes lives better for so many other people. And that is my Z for the
For
P.
the people.
My bad.
He got
I was
that
trying to
Z.
hold that in.
For the people. We doing Z for the people.
I still got Common in my head
That
ever
was a
since
good
you
one,
said
though.
for the people.
But I say it every week.
I know.
Every week I say the
But it's
same thing.
common. You
I know.
Chi-Town, stand up. This is street radio for unsung heroes. Riding around trying to get the new Neo. Is that what he says?
I don't know.
Or get it all legal.
We get it all.
Common's my dude.
All right, so please send us your Hollywood Close Encounters to Lights Camera Cocktail noS@gmail.com. Get the S out of here, like you say.
Get that ass out of there.
Get that ass out of here.
I'm sorry, I'm drunk.
We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Lights Camera Cocktail.
We're on a lot of stuff.
Podcast.
Somebody was asking me that today. Like, what are you guys on? I'm like, shit.
We are on
Instagram,
iTunes,
Facebook,
Spotify,
Castbox,
Podbean,
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 iTunes,
Podcast Player.
iTunes Music.
Yes.
Shit.
You find-
YouTube.
Look it up. If they're like, I don't know what you're, look it up. We everywhere. Yeah.
Coming in at
Who was
8,
asking that?
like
Amy
El
was
Nino.
asking me that. My girl Amy, who may be on the episode or an episode in the near future.
Whatever. She better. be
However,
caught up.
that girl can drink.
Well,
Yeah, she's got to earn her stripes first.
Bring it
Amy.
Amy. All right. Well, now it's time to
Do that scene.
do that scene that we
Do
ever practiced.
that
in.
thing that you do. Joe, I hope you have all your lines down.
I have a feeling I know my line.
You straight up have a monologue.
You know how
at
hard
the
it was?
end.
Yeah.
Dude. But you have the best
I get the
line.
best line.
You have the
Yeah.
best, most
You legit have
memorable
the best
line.
line.
Because we were looking for a scene with 3 people, and it was like,
That wasn't crazy, like, you know.
that was
that
great
take
at the
forever.
same time. It was like,
Yeah, of
shit.
course. And this doesn't get much better than
It
this.
does not.
No,
get
it
much
doesn't.
better than this movie. Everybody, I feel like everybody has to have seen it. Even my mama watches this movie.
Your mama.
My mama. All right, so
And again, no rehearsals, people. This
did
is
not.
no rehearsals.
Cold read.
Cold read.
We gonna hit it and quit it.
Which means, hold it up so that people can see your eyes. Not like that.
Oh,
I mean, I think I got my lines down, but that's because I watched this movie a million times. But we'll see. Let me channel this character. Shit. All right, Robin. Down. This character doesn't have a lapdog.
Are you centered?
As I'm gonna be.
What y'all smoking on?
Nothing. What you want?
Oh, I need to borrow your car right quick.
What kind of shit is that? Most people want to borrow sugar. Or even ketchup. You want to borrow my car? Hell no! The hell on.
What? Let me borrow a joint.
You need to borrow a job. Joe broke ass. Always trying to smoke up somebody's shit.
Oh, I'm gonna remember that.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Craig.
bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Y'all stingy.
Y'all stingy. Let me borrow your VCR.
Your
right
VCR right quick.
quick. It's the Mac.
The hell on,
What
Felicia.
the hell on, Felicia? If you don't know what that's from, you better ask somebody.
All right, people.
We did
Is
it.
that our show?
We made
Yeah.
it.
Thank God. I gotta pee.
Good.
All right, that is our show. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you, Joe, for coming on.
Thank you, Joe. We
Thanks for having
appreciate
me
you
back
coming on.
Happy
That was
420, people.
Happy 420,
To my
people.
smokers.
Smoke responsibly, drink responsibly, as always. Don't
Always.
you get in that car if you've been drinking.
No.
We're gonna try and sober up ourselves.
Yeah.
Dinner. I'm hungry.
You hungry?
I'm hungry.
Sound like Tyrese. We hungry.
Hungry.
All right, we will see you guys right here next week on Lights, Camera, Cocktails.
Abracadabra.
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 Abracadabra.